And I'm here. I need to fucking shave, man. I need to shave everything. I need to shave the hair off my head. I don't like this little bit of hair around my head. It's not enough for shit. There's no point in it. There's no point in this little bit of hair around my head. It's like I either want a full head of hair or no hair. Just get rid of it. Just stop growing. Freaking fat, fat bearded Jean-Luc Picard. Jean-Luc Picard on the USS Enterprise. Only I'm fat and I have a beard. May 1st. Streaming. I'm a fat man. Fat man. Right. So, today I'm streaming with May 1st. It's a May 1st stream. Only not really May 1st. We already had May 1st. That was how many days ago? It was today, 5th. Yeah, that was Thursday. That was last Thursday, man. Chat rate. No. No, there's no chat rate. Oh, Rich put up a video. Get the fuck off me. Get the fuck off me. Drama filled man stream 2 hours ago. He's been streaming for 2 hours. Put up a video 4 hours ago. I feel like the videos bring in new people and for the streams. Like the videos are like advertisements. And I said that in one of his streams and then he didn't respond to what I said, and it's frustrating when I say something and I feel like he reads it but he doesn't react to it, but then he'll reuse it later. It's annoying. It's annoying. Either he doesn't read it and he doesn't see it till later, or I don't know. Anyhow. But I want to watch this. I want to watch this.
Prices.
Let me say something real quick.
Ocean water.
Ocean water. But let me say something real quick about the pricing of the games right now. This is a perfect time for indie developers to shine, all right? You are now the more affordable option when it comes to games. All right? Indie games, well, they've always been affordable, but now you're so affordable. Like, you're extremely affordable. And if people want, and I've been seeing it, like, I watch a lot of YouTubers, they don't really play, a lot of them, they don't play a lot of AAA games. I've noticed it's indie games. Every time I watch Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Gab Smolders, the majority of the time they're playing indie games. They're playing games that are affordable. So I feel like it's time. This is the time for, let me move my head. This is a time for indie devs to shine. AAA games are getting more and more expensive, more and more bloated, in my opinion, more and more bullshit. And this is also kind of a PSA to people who might watch this later. Buy indie. There's fun experiences. Games don't have to look realistic. Realistic visuals don't mean shit. If the game ain't fun, and if you can't afford the game, I would argue, then what's the damn point? You know what I mean? So I'm of the opinion that people should play more indie games and give the middle finger to the AAA industry, and that includes Nintendo shit. Nintendo is now AAA. When they're expecting that much money, they're AAA. I'm not sorry for that. I'm not sorry for that at all. Ocean water.
Hey,
Breasts.
console prices are increasing, and you know what? It's definitely not because of the tariffs. Not at all. You could also buy your kid $2 instead of 30.
It's China to me, China. China!
China!
So if you remember,
China!
recently Microsoft just announced that they are increasing the crap out of the price of their Xbox hardware and
Ocean
accessories.
water.
Two examples I always give of that is the Xbox Series S. The 1 terabyte
Breasts.
model is going to be $430, and if you get the 2 terabyte Xbox Series X
Breasts.
Galaxy Edition, it's going up to $730, which for now is more expensive than a PS5 Pro, even though that Series X has no more capabilities minus more storage and looking prettier than the base Xbox Series X you could buy in 2020. But if you think it's going to stop with Microsoft hardware,
Nope, they're going to go up on the games too because they're
it's
assholes.
not. It's not. There's no other official announcements yet, but there are industry insiders that are almost positive that this is going to happen with the competitors of Microsoft as well. Now, David Gibson, who is the senior financial analyst over at MST Financial, he covers the gaming industry as well. He got some bad news for you. He's almost 100% positive. Hopefully he's wrong, and hopefully this news story ends up being inaccurate. That PlayStation hardware is going to go up a crap ton as well. This is what he had to say on Twitter.
This is going to be the end of this is going to be end of it's going to be the end of AAA. It's going to be the end of it's not going to be I don't think the gaming industry is going to die. A lot of people are saying gloom and doom. They're just like the sky is fucking falling. But I don't think gaming's going to die, period. Like, that's ridiculous. Like I said, indie developers still exist. Indie developers still make games. You don't need a super expensive computer. Hell, I saw a small form factor computer the other day. Powerful enough to run a lot of games we have nowadays. Maybe not all of them, and maybe not at full everything, everything, the visuals and everything cranked up and everything, resolution cranked up and everything. But you still play them. You can go into the settings, set them, and it was only like $200 something for this damn thing, and I'm fairly certain if it doesn't have Steam, you can put Steam on it, and there's tons of indie games you can play. We don't need to, and a lot of people have hardware already, things to play, backlogs. It's not going to mean a whole lot for a lot of people, but it is going to be financially crippling in time. I don't know what the industry is going to do, but yeah. Birds want to do Discord call. Discord. I have Discord. I got Discord. Hang on. Yo. Let me get Discord up. Discord. There's Discord. I was watching Rich's video. Doom and gloom for the industry, all that stuff. I have you on here, don't I? Don't I have you on Discord? I thought I had you on Discord. Yeah, you do. You're right there. There you are. May 1st. I didn't see this. Fight. Cuck cast? Fights Cuck cast. Oh, Locale Fights Cuck cast. Okay, I gotcha. There it is. What is that face? What is that from, man? He looks like that face looks like he's both taking a tremendous crap and really happy about it at the same time. I don't know. Yeah. Yo. There we are. Did you say so? Just a voice call then? Yeah, I don't have Zoom. Have Discord. Oh, wait. Wait, is my mic off? We need the mic on. The mic must be on. Oh, it's a video thing, I think. No, it's a regular voice call. Why am I not hearing anything? Hang on. What do I need to... No, join call. I'm a dumbass. I'm an absolute dumbass. What happened? Am I here? Getting this little thing going whoop, whoop, whoop on the screen. Okay. Huh. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. That means I'm not screwing up on my end.
Yeah. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. Do you
Yeah.
see me?
No, I do not see you. It's like, try again.
Oh,
Try
that's
again.
weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's
Yeah, it's
Discord.
just
Discord just being dumb.
it's probably a camera. Sometimes it's weird. Maybe I need to disconnect it.
Yeah, it's sitting there going, little blue thing. I don't know what that's about. It's like it can't get a connection or something. I don't know.
Hey,
Yo, there it is.
hey, what's up?
It working, yo.
What up, goof?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Doing good. Am I loud?
Not too loud, no. Not for me. Oh,
No problem.
no. Well, I think I turned stuff down. Like
Hey,
I had my entire audio down kind of low.
all right, cool. So what do you want to do?
I don't I You were like, let's do a stream together. I was like, all right, cool. I don't know. That's as far as it went. That was as far as the thought process went.
All right. What do we just talk?
That's fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna watch old Richie Boy, but
Hmm.
he's just going on about the same old doom and gloom. The industry is gonna
Okay.
die and all that crap. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't go into his streams a whole lot anymore. I don't feel like there's a point. He doesn't react to everybody. It seems kind of pointless.
I mean, like I sometimes still watch him. I mean, I don't like, really expect him to react to me, so
Yeah,
I don't really have a problem with it. Though,
yeah.
like,
Maybe it's just me.
haven't been like watching him. Like, I mean, sometimes I still do. Sometimes. I think the last time I saw him was on May 1st, the May
Yeah,
1st 12-hour stream.
I couldn't do it.
Uh, no,
Couldn't watch him. It was just a lot of I don't know. I get more annoyed when Jay is there. I'm just something about Jay
re-
being there just annoys me.
really.
Yeah, I don't know why. When they get to talking back and forth, I don't know. Something about it just kind of eh.
Is it like too lowbrow for you, like how they
I
talk
don't know
with
if it's
each other?
I don't think it's lowbrow. I think it's just I feel like they don't move on quick enough in whatever they're talking about. They just kind of like
Mm,
you think they're gonna talk about something specific, but then they kind of bounce around, and most of the time it's just them going completely off, talking about other things randomly. And I don't know, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Jay to begin with. I'm not a big fan of
mm.
Jay to begin with. So yeah,
What don't you like about him?
I'm still kind of sour that he acted like shit to me on Twitter.
What do you say?
Okay, so it was back when people were taking a bunch of photos of the moon. And he's like, there's nothing artistic about it and whatnot. You're all just taking photos. And he was just going off about it. So I tried to open like just a dialogue, just have a discussion. I wasn't trying to troll him. I wasn't trying to be a dick. Nothing like that. I was trying to genuinely just open up a conversation because he acts like he's this artist. And so I'm like, okay, from one artist to another, what can a person do to stand out in all these pictures of everybody's taken of the was it the red moon or it was like the red moon? It was the eclipse. The eclipse. I
All
was
right,
like,
yeah.
he's like, okay, well, what could any one person do to make it more artistic, to stand out from the sea of it? I was like, could they pull back and take a photo of more than just the eclipse going on or whatever? Maybe some of the surroundings. What could they do to not just be another person going click at the moon? And he fucking went off on me. And I can't even remember what the hell he said. I just remembered being like, holy shit, why are you so angry with me? And I was like, I don't know if it's Twitter that brings it out of people, maybe. But after that, I was like, dude, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm not gonna try. There's no point. I've been sour with him ever since.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just nah. Something
Just
about
doesn't.
him just rubs me the wrong way.
Mm. I mean, I kind of feel you. Jay, I haven't really like had like a that type of conversation with him. I didn't know like like he was like that.
I
I
don't know,
mean,
maybe he's not now, but he was at the time, and it just,
mm,
I'm like, when you kind of go off on me when I have good intentions, no, no, man, you end up in my, shit book, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. It's like, yeah, no, yeah. So then after that, I don't know. I tried, like, not long ago talking to him again. His streams are fucking obnoxious. I don't know if you tried to watch his streams, but
I
like,
have, yeah.
he doesn't move on with things. He sticks around on things, and
Oh,
that's why I don't like when he's on Rich's channel because it doesn't feel like it goes any goddamn well. There's just too
mm,
much ignorant banter going back and forth. There's something about the banter that just everything kind of stalls out, and I'm like, what the hell are y'all going on about now? You were talking about this. Keep talking about that. What is wrong with you? And so
oh,
when the Switch was being announced, I was literally like in his chat, and before they did the whole direct, and I was in the chat before that on another stream, and it's like he's not completely in the know about certain things, right? And I'm sitting there
mm,
bringing it up, and Rich does the same thing, and I'll mention something, I will bring up a point or something, and it's like they read it and then they act like they didn't read it, and then they repeat the same shit I already said in the comment section. So I know they fucking read it. But there's like, it's kind of like somebody trying to take credit for something. It annoys the fuck out of me. It's like, dude, I just said that. Why aren't you acknowledging that I just said that? You read it clearly because you then turned around and repeated it verbatim. And Rich has done this shit too. And so I'm just like, that just kind of fucking annoys me. It annoys me as much as back when I used to actually try and dig in and do research on things and make videos on anything going on with video games or anything. You know, I'd put some actual effort into something, but I would never get notoriety for it. Like
mm,
I was the first motherfucker to figure out the original Switch was going to be, a hybrid. I was the first motherfucker on the internet to
huh?
talk about it. And
Wait,
after
so this was for the first Switch or the
the
second one?
first one, when they
The first one.
it was when Iwata was still alive, like because he had an investor meeting and he started talking about the differences between the gaming industry and the or gamers in the US and gamers in Japan, and it just kind of clicked. He said like that's what the approach was for the console, and it clicked in my head while I was reading. I was like, "Oh, he's saying this thing's going to be a hybrid," because at the time Japan was more into mobile gaming while the US they were still into home console gaming. And so that
Mm,
immediately told me, "Oh, this son of a bitch is going to be a hybrid." And I did a video on it. I did a whole thing on it,
um,
and I got nothing. The industry was quiet. Nobody said it was until that point. Nobody had said that it was a hybrid. I made a video on it, and then it spread, and I never got notoriety for it, and it just pisses me off. And it's one of the reasons why I don't put as much effort into trying to figure anything out and do videos on anything because it feels like anything I do is just going to get kind of ignored. I'm not going to get anything for it. I'm not going to get noticed for it. And it's like, why put that kind of effort into things when nobody's going to pay attention and somebody else could take credit for it or whatnot? I'm not doing it. It's discouraging.
yeah. It can be discouraging when like you're like when you try so hard and then you see like no results whatsoever. Uh, I mean that's not just with like online. That's like with life in general.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you try and like you do what you do what you're supposed to, but you don't get any reward. You don't get any results.
Mm-mm.
Uh, I say like for me, that's like that was like my life. Like even like when I was a little kid, like when I did my chores, like I would like some acknowledgement or like a reward from my parents, but they never did. Uh,
Not even, I'm proud of you. Not even I'm proud of you. Good job.
No, not really.
That's
Nope.
messed up. If I
Yeah.
got my mom, if I had got up off my ass and just did something without being asked and got it done, she would praise the hell out of me.
Mm.
So,
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I want to do the same thing when I have kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, because
Yeah.
positive reinforcement. So
Mm-hmm.
when they do
Yeah.
well, you give them all sorts of attention for it, and then they want to do more.
Yeah.
It's,
Cause how else are supposed like with people in general, how are they supposed to know that you're behaving the way you want them to do, unless if you're just being if all you do is point out their mistakes.
yeah,
Like,
no, like
yeah.
you're not learning to do even better when they're not giving you any sort of positive feedback. When all they want to do
Mm-hmm.
is scold you when you do wrong, but they don't want to praise you when you do right, it doesn't set a good precedent. It says, oh, if I do
Mm-hmm.
more wrong, I'll get more attention for doing the wrong thing. And I've seen that in action. I have cousins that have gone through that. I've watched
Oh.
my aunt with one of my cousins just screw him up and down, and he would just start misbehaving. He started, I won't say exactly what he was doing, but it was pretty messed up, and he only did it for the attention because when he did do right, he didn't really get the feedback, the attention that he needed. Like, that's important.
Mm.
So he finally grew out
Oh.
of it. He finally got better. So,
Mm.
but that was in spite of his parents, not because of them.
Wait. Oh, so he got better in spite of his
Yeah,
parents.
like they had nothing to
Got
do
it.
to him
Got it.
getting better. As he got older, he got better,
Mm.
but it was of his own volition. It wasn't, they had nothing to do with it. Like, and I was shocked to see him get better. But I
Mm.
think part of that is you get older and hormones kick in and you want the attention of a girl and it
Yeah.
changes you. And that's what happened with him because
Mm-hmm.
now he has
Oh.
he's got a woman in his life. So I feel like that's part of it. That's why he stopped doing the things he was doing. I'm not going to say what those
Oh.
things are, but they were not
Uh-huh.
good.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I've actually kind of experienced that a little myself. I mean, I never had a girlfriend in my life. Only recently I started talking to a girl I met in my art class in college.
Mhm.
Uh, I did the I doubt you watch uh I mean I asked her if I could talk with her, and I told her, you probably get this a lot, but you're pretty. You're very pretty. And she liked the compliment. She did. Uh,
A normal woman will. A woman who's got something wrong with her won't. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, if a woman has something mentally wrong with them, they won't appreciate a compliment like that.
Mm,
A normal woman who doesn't have a bunch of crap wrong with her will be flattered with it. Like it doesn't take a lot.
yeah, yeah.
And I've seen that. I'm sure you know what kind of women I'm talking about. It's the one that's
Oh, yeah.
they've let their looks or whatever go to their head and
Mm-hmm.
they start accusing men of being creepers and stalkers
Yeah,
and all this other crap just because they give them a compliment, you know.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that's all the time when they don't appreciate the compliment. I'd say
Yeah.
that's, I mean, uh, well, you know how life is, in general is like very like unpredictable, but like sometimes it's might be because one or both people are awkward. Like with
Maybe.
dudes,
Yeah.
for example, like if they didn't have like a good role model, like a good dad growing up or a good big brother, like they wouldn't know how they should act like in front of women.
Oh, yeah.
So they would just like act or say something weird.
Or horrible.
Uh yeah, like catcalling, or
Yeah,
not just
yeah.
catcalling, but
No, but I
like
mean, like
like they
I,
like them trying to like impress the woman by
yeah.
like lying,
Oh, yeah. No, no.
or
Yeah, no, I get that,
yeah.
but like what I'm saying is I've seen women that you can say the most innocent thing and just trying to be nice, and I
Mm,
it's usually just either ones who are messed up in the head or they just straight up hate men to begin with.
mm-hmm,
And so they accuse you of things that you're not trying to be. You're not trying to be a creep. You're not trying to be a
mm,
stalker. You were genuinely interested in them. You gave them a simple compliment. I like your hair. That blouse is lovely. That kind of compliment, not anything
uh,
creepy, you know.
yeah.
That looks great on you. You know, anything like that, a normal woman would appreciate it. But I've seen a lot of women out there, they'll go, "Shh, I know that. You ain't got to tell me." That kind of attitude, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen women who act like that?
In my life, no, because I rarely talk to women out in public in general. I rarely
Oh,
talk to anyone in general, in public.
oh, okay.
Recently I've been trying to.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I don't think women have like responded poorly to me. At least not like recently. Like middle school was a different story, but that's middle school.
Middle school and
Uh,
high school was hell
yeah.
for me.
Oh yeah. It was for me too, but I feel like I was kind of an attractive kid back then. It's just that I didn't wear like new clothes.
Oh, psh, I
I
was.
didn't shower that often.
Oh,
And when I
yeah.
did shower, I would get compliments like your hair smells nice, or can I touch your hair? And but I was an insecure kid back then. I didn't think I could get a girlfriend, so I just acted as if like that was beneath me. Yeah, probably had something to do with my religious beliefs back then, because I've been told like if you get a girlfriend, like you have less time to worship God and stuff like that. So that was kind of like my perspective, but it was just because I didn't believe in myself. So what was I gonna say? Something about women. Oh yeah, so like I've never been like told like I'm being creepy. I mean, my sister one time told me that I sometimes look creepy. That's probably because like I didn't know what my face looked like, or maybe because I mean maybe it's just my face, like something about my face. Like I I'd say I think I am like somewhat attractive, because like babies stare at me, and usually that's a good sign that babies stare at you, because the babies will stare at attractive faces. Uh,
Yeah.
mhm. Male or female, they will stare at you.
Yeah, if you
And
look really messed up, creepy, or scary,
mm-hmm,
a baby just, that's how
mm-hmm,
I know. You're right, because that's how I know how damn ugly I am, because little kids just like all the time, just this look on their face of, what the hell is that thing?
mm. Like what type of little kids like
No,
look at
like
you like that?
very, very small, very, very young, like toddlers, like babies and toddlers. Like I don't know
Mm,
what it is. My own niece, when I first talked to her, my mom had the camera on the phone on, and she was very, 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 very young at the time, and she just looked at me on the camera, and she was not happy with what she saw. So, so
mm.
yeah.
I mean, I'd say that's probably because she is very young. Like she doesn't have that much, like she doesn't know what the average human looks like.
Well,
So
no,
it's
well,
probably the first time she saw like an old person. Well,
no,
you're not that old,
I'm pretty
but you
old.
do have.
I'm pretty old.
How old are you?
I'll be 45 in August.
Oh, you're not that old. I mean, you're barely middle aged.
No, I'm
I'm
middle
20.
age. Middle age
I'm
is
20. Mm,
in your
sorry, what?
30s is middle aged. I'm over
Really?
that. Yeah, 30s is middle aged because the
I thought
average
middle.
the average
I thought
person.
middle.
Go ahead.
I thought middle age was like 50s.
No, like 50s and 60s when you're getting up there.
Mm,
Yeah, and I'm almost there. So
oh,
I'm just over the middle-aged hump. Like most people only
mm,
live into their 60s.
oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought it was like 80s
not
on
my
average.
not on average. I mean, maybe it's just the people I've been around in my life. I mean, my dad died in his 60s.
Mm,
He passed on in his 60s.
oh,
My aunt, hell, well, no, she was really sick. That's not a good example. Uh,
mm,
I was gonna say my aunt passed away younger than me, but that's not a good example because she was very sick. But I
oh,
have seen other people just like the average person just usually dies in their 60s, maybe early 70s. Yeah.
mm,
Those are just the ones that I've been around, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just I'm going by what I've seen. But
yeah.
I don't feel young anymore. I'm in pain
Mhm.
constantly and I'm gray,
Oh,
got grays and I've lost my hair, so I don't even feel
mm-mm.
middle aged. When I was in my 30s, I still had some color to me. Like when I started doing YouTube, like the
Uh-huh.
earliest, if you go back and look at any of the really early videos, I still had like color in my hair and everything.
Oh,
Yeah. And that was back in my 30s. Because I've been at this
uh, mm.
16, 17 years, something like that.
Would you say like most of the people like you knew that passed away, were they like what was their class? Were they middle? Were they
Oh,
low? Were they high?
lower class.
Low.
So maybe that's
Yeah,
it.
low class people usually die younger than like the higher classes because they have less resources and less like education.
Well, that's
And that
why,
usually contributes to like how long you live.
yeah, quality of life.
Hmm.
You live longer with a good quality of life. That's,
Mm.
I feel like that's kind of what, not to be too political, but I feel like that's what
Uh,
Bernie's trying to fight for is just
Bernie.
Bernie Sanders.
Um,
Yeah, it's political. I'll stay out of it. I won't go into that. But
I mean,
he's a
technically,
sinner.
you can get political with me. I don't really mind.
Um,
I think I'm in the same like boat as you. Like when it comes politically. I mean, I'm not a fan of Trump. I don't hate him. I'm just not a fan of him. And also, I'm Latino. I'm supposed to not like him. Uh, my
he's
mom loves him. My mom
why?
loves Trump. Being a Latina, she loves Trump. She's just like infatuated. Uh,
Maybe it's an age range.
well, yeah, it's an age range, and it's like it depends on like a lot of evangelical Christians love Trump,
Oh,
like
okay.
including my mom. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Uh, mm-hmm. I
Man.
kind of like. Well, I never really liked. I mean, even now, I don't like him, but I still like his memes. I like how he's contributed to pop culture and meme culture, internet
That's
culture.
all he's good for,
Yeah,
though. Like
yeah, yeah.
he's got no business in government. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Orange
No.
Man, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Orange, the annoying
Uh-huh.
Orange.
He
Yeah, I,
really is annoying and orange.
yeah. He's like he reminds me of that damn little character that was on the internet, the annoying Orange. I don't know if you remember that character. It was an orange
Yeah,
with a person's
yeah.
face, and he would just be like blah 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 blah, and like immediately whenever I listen to Trump talk, that's what I'm reminded of. I'm
Oh,
reminded of
really?
that stupid little orange just running his, just saying random things, being annoying because that's what he
Mm.
was, and I'm like, that's Trump. I don't feel
I mean,
like he didn't have
I
any.
couldn't.
Go ahead.
I didn't think that before. Like I didn't really like this.
You didn't
Like,
make the association.
yeah. Like when I see, I mean, when I just see Trump, I just see Trump. I don't really think of
And
anything else.
nothing to
Uh,
associate with or to
yeah,
to.
I mean, I do kind of associate him with like Reagan because like
Oh God,
I guess
Reagan wasn't
he
even as bad though. Reagan was
really
bad, but not that bad. No, no, Trump is more like Nixon, but worse.
like Nixon, yeah.
Nixon. You're
Mm.
thinking of Nixon. Nixon was horrible. Nixon,
Oh,
hell,
really?
Nixon got ran out of office for less than Trump
Mm-hmm.
ever did or has ever done. Like
Uh-huh.
Watergate was like just one incident, and he was literally ran out of the White House. Like people showed up in
Oh.
droves, and he left, and we had another election after he left and replaced
Wait,
him.
so Nixon was he the only ever president that got impeached?
I don't I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't actually know. I'm just saying that him and Trump
Mm.
are very similar, but Trump is worse. But he's the
Mm.
last one that ever got impeached and then left the White House because he was scared. He got in a helicopter and he left and he never came back to the White House and we got a new president.
Uh,
That's the power of a ton of people being able to be angry and just be marching in. And nowadays though, you'd probably get arrested if you just started all gathering around the White House
oh
and
yeah.
trying to get in
Oh
and
yeah.
trying to get at somebody. But
Yeah,
back
especially since like 9/11, like
Well, not
like
even
America
that,
is very
but what was it? Oh God, what was that day where those people went to the Capitol and the riot? What was that? January 6th?
yeah,
Was that?
January 6th,
Oh
2021, I
shit,
think.
that's tomorrow. Fuck.
Oh, it's what? It's tomorrow.
No,
Oh,
wait,
it
that
is
next
tomorrow.
month. It's next month. This
No,
is May. This is May. I'm sorry. That's my
yeah.
bad. This is May. It's next month. I'm sorry. I'm
No
I'm
problem, man.
I'm rushing everything, man. Holy
Yeah.
shit. No, that's next month. Oh, that's
Wait,
a
next month?
yeah,
Like May?
June. Isn't it June? No, January, wasn't it? No, that was
Yeah,
early in the
January.
year. Not okay. I'm getting June and January mixed up. Okay, so
Hmm.
that was several months ago. That's right, because it was after the election, and it was like the very next, basically the next year. It was the first month of the year. So January 6th, and they were rioting because they thought it was illegitimate and that Biden didn't
Hmm.
win. No, Biden won. No, there was no cheating. It was just
Uh-huh.
Trump couldn't accept defeat,
Yeah.
and his sycophants couldn't accept it, and so they just marched on the White House, and
Yeah,
it's
you mean the
funny how they got
psychopaths?
away with it too. He pardoned a bunch
Wait.
of them. A lot of the rioters, he pardoned them.
Uh-huh. Well, of course he would. Yeah. Uh. Oh, I do remember. I was watching January 6th footage like while live. I forget where. I think I was watching it on Bridges stream actually. But like I remember like Trump actually announced like, "Hey guys, you gotta stop. You gotta go home."
Yeah, but
But like
he encouraged it.
People didn't listen to him. Though.
Up
Like,
until that point,
no, we gotta keep going.
up until that
So,
point he encouraged it, and then
hmm
at the very last minute he was like, no, you got to stop. Like, dude, you encouraged it up until that
hmm
point. They're not going to listen to you after that.
yeah.
Oh,
And I know people say like he didn't technically tell people to go and storm the Capitol like that. But even if he didn't, they didn't go there for any other reason other than Trump saying we gotta fight.
yeah.
Like that's the only reason why they were there that
They
day.
were there because he kept lying and saying that
Yeah.
and he basically he fed them a bunch of BS up until
Hmm.
that point, and he kept saying he has this thing that he does to brainwash people where he'll repeat something
Hmm.
over and over, and then if it does
Oh yeah.
happen
Oh,
he
yeah.
says yeah. So up until that point he kept telling people, he kept saying, if I lose I was cheated, if I lose there's corruption, blah blah blah, if I lose it's because they
Uh-huh.
cheated, and he fed that over and over into people's brains until they believed it, and so when he lost they all believed it, and they're like, yeah, he was cheated out of this, he said they would and they did it, so let's let's storm the Capitol. It wasn't just that, but that's just like an example. Like that's why they went that far out of their way. And I feel like Trump isn't just like he's not really so much the cause, but he's a symptom.
Mhm.
And the
Yeah.
reason he's there is because of just really messed up people in this country. But
Well, I wouldn't say messed up. I would just say like misinformed or like
not all of them.
close-minded.
I would say terrible people who were already terrible, and he encouraged them, and that's
Hmm.
how things got as bad as they were. But he is like, when I say he's a symptom, I mean he got elected because there's a lot of really horrible people in this country. I'm talking about people who are racist, sexist,
Huh?
um,
Mm.
issues with trans people, so on and so forth. They're filled with hatred and vitriol, and they don't like any of these things. They want all these things gone. A lot of them, I hate saying it, are quote unquote Christian. And so and even now, even to this day, they feel like this country needs to be taken back for Christians, which is probably
Mm.
why your mom likes him so much. Is probably why.
Yeah.
Evangelical
Yeah.
Christian
But
stuff, yeah.
even my mom knows like the United are actually. Sometimes I give her the benefit of that, but the benefit of the doubt. But
She might just
she
be one of
just,
the ones brainwashed, and that's it, ill-informed.
yeah. But she's not just brainwashed by Trump. She she was brainwashing since she was a little kid. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. I'd say
Well,
mm,
the hell of it is I'm a Christian, and I don't go this far. I don't go that far.
yeah.
Like
Same. Me neither.
I don't.
Uh.
I look at everybody who keeps making it a religious thing, and I'm going, no, because
Hmm.
he's the most unreligious president we've ever had. He's the most
He
anti-Christian.
is.
He's very
He,
anti-Christian. He wouldn't put his hand on the damn Bible when they were swearing him in. He wouldn't put his hand on the Bible. He
he did the first time, didn't he?
first time, second time he didn't do it. He just ignored it. He just kind of
Mhm.
stood there looking at it, looking at him.
He could have put his hand on the on the Declaration of
He didn't put his
Independence,
hand on
or
anything. They were just hanging to his side. I think he had
mm,
one hand up, but the other hand he didn't want to put on anything. He just kind of had it to the side. He was just kind of half-assing it. He
mm,
didn't give a damn. Yeah,
maybe he felt unworthy.
no. That was him just being
No.
that no, he's an asshole. He doesn't have that kind of thought process. He doesn't have those kind of emotions. He's an asshole. No, it isn't that he felt unworthy. It's just that he very much feels like he's worthy. It wasn't that.
Oh.
It was disrespectful, and he didn't give a shit. He's always been a
Mm,
disrespectful piece of crap ever since he was younger. I remember growing up in the 80s and seeing him on TV and whatnot. He's been around for a
mm-hmm.
long time. I think that's partly why he keeps getting elected. There's so many people in this country that grew up with him
Oh.
on TV,
Mm,
even before he was on what was it, The Apprentice or whatever?
oh.
Yeah. Even before he was on that, he's been on TV. He's been in the spotlight for a long time.
Mm. Like, other than The Apprentice, what did he do?
He would he would
That people
he
like him
would
so much.
he would pop up on like sitcoms and whatnot, and just he was just very in the public eye for a long
Hmm.
time, even before
Oh.
that ever happened. He's
I
been
do know like he was a very wealthy person.
he was
Like even
wealthy
when he was.
because of money he got
Hmm.
from his parents that passed away. After his parents passed away, he used it wrong.
Hmm.
He invested badly. He didn't invest on what he should have invested in, and what ended up happening is he lost a lot of. He's not a good businessman. Everybody acts like he's a good
Oh.
businessman. No, he might be a businessman, but he's not a good businessman. He's a terrible businessman. Why do you think the tariffs are causing so many issues right now?
Uh-huh.
As a businessman, he thought that these tariffs are going to be the trick. No, we've tried tariffs two other times throughout the history of this country. We've tried them like 100 years apart. By the way, all right, that
Hmm.
was the first one we had. It caused a depression. a recession, then a depression. Every time there's tariffs in place, it screws our economy up. They're not good. They don't help.
Oh, I know, I know. Yeah. Oh,
They're a tax on us, by the way. That's all a tariff is a tax on
basically,
us.
basically,
We end
yeah.
up having to pay money that ends up going to the government because the companies are not going to take the hit. The country in which, country of origin in which the products are coming from, they're not going to take the hit. They're going to go up on the cost of it, and that extra cost that they had to pay, we didn't have to pay to pay them
Mm,
back, basically. So yeah, it's a tax on us. Trump said he would get taxes down. No, tariffs are an increase on taxes for us.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
So
and besides, and not just that, like it just reduces like the business, like how much business the United States gets in general
oh yeah,
because
yeah, no. There are
yeah,
companies that are
because
trying to
people like
leave.
mhm. Yeah, people are just gonna not gonna sell as much stuff to America anymore because
It
they have to pay
benefited
more
us.
money. Mhm. Yeah, it's just yeah. If we're gonna to charge up the ass, with tariffs, like no one's gonna sell us anything.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
idea. But that's not how it works though. It's never going to work that way. We see that with game consoles right now. We see that with the Switch. Look how
Uh-huh.
expensive that damn thing is and people are still buying it. People are
Oh yeah.
stupid and they don't care. Like they're going to spend money on the product, especially if they feel like they need it or want it really badly, you know.
People are still buying
Switch 2.
consoles.
Yeah, games
The
consoles and
Switch 2.
everything. Switch 2 game consoles. My point is it can go up really high and people are still going to pay it. They're going to
Wait,
complain the whole
so
time, but they're still going to pay it.
mm,
That's
wait,
like,
so they re they they brought up the price for the Switch 2?
oh,
Isn't it
it's going to go up. It hasn't yet, but I'm just trying to use that as an
oh
example. Things can go up and get more expensive, and people are still going to spend the money on it. I was just trying to use it as an example. Something can be expensive regardless of how it became expensive, and people are
uh,
still going to spend the money. But for some people, it's not doing us any good. Because of the tariffs, though, it's actually having the opposite effect. So when we put up tariffs, other countries put up tariffs. And what ended up
mhm,
happening is the stuff that we were selling to other countries, like food, like crops, we were
yeah,
growing things and selling them to other countries. Well, that dried up. And so a lot of farms in the US are going under. It is affecting businesses here.
yikes,
It's not really,
yikes.
I don't think it's affecting other countries as much as it's affecting us.
Oh,
Yeah. That's why I say he's not a good businessman. He's just obsessed with tariffs. He thinks that they're like the I don't know what to call them, like the magic wand that'll fix things, but it's not. They're the
uh,
opposite.
I think he likes terrorists because like the United States employed terrorists. Probably I think it was during World War II they employed terrorists and the economy wasn't as bad. It was good,
Some
but
tariffs,
it wasn't because of the terrorists. And I guess it's just an association someone makes. Not that not an association Trump made. Maybe his dad or his grandfather said, "Oh, terrorists are the only reason why America's wealthy. We need terrorists. Like, why are they taking it? Why are they putting? Why are they taking when it? Why are they taking away the terrorists?" And I imagine that's what his dad or his grandpa said. But yeah,
I don't think it's that simple.
no,
I think it's just something that because he's been going on about tariffs for a long time. Like
hmm
even when he was much younger, he's gone on about tariffs.
oh
So,
yeah, I remember. There's this one interview he did in the '80s.
yep,
I mean, I didn't watch. I wasn't alive back then, but
I
uh,
was.
he said like several countries, like specifically European countries, are screwing over America, and we need to get back at them. And yeah, that's just vindictive to me. I don't see that as like
We used to
I
be champions of free trade, and
uh-huh.
he's taking us back. It's not helping anything. I get the reasoning behind, especially with China, because they were taking kind of advantage of us, sort of. We're not making as. But here's the thing: it's not going to bring back jobs for, where we produce things over here anymore. Like, we used to assemble things, we used to build things and everything here. It's not going to bring those kind of jobs back. He thinks it is, but it's not going to. It's just going to distance us more and more from other countries. Other countries right now are getting together and forming their own trades. Like they're just removing us from the equation. It's going to hit us, and it's going to hit us hard. I
Mm-hmm.
expect him to get removed, much like Nixon got
Oh.
removed. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen. People are eventually going to snap out of it. They're eventually going to realize that he's a big problem and he needs to go. And it's going to be people from all sides, and they're all going to show up, Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter. And they're going to want him out of there. And at that point, what I see is some escalation going on. What I mean by that is he's going to probably order the military to do something or whatnot. The military is going to refuse because a lot of people
Yeah.
in the military have family, and some of them could be family,
Uh,
and they're going to be like, "No, this is wrong. We're not going to attack these people. We're just not going to do it. This is our citizens. This is why we're in the military. It's for our country, and the country is the people." So what I see happening at that point is the military is going to stand down from it. They're going to tell him to go fuck himself, and then at that point he'll be removed. He'll have to be removed. He'll be too scared, and he'll get out of there. And early on I said Trump was not running for president. He was running from jail because he was going to go to jail. He was being
mm,
prosecuted left and right. He wanted to be president to avoid going to jail. I kind of feel like what the Democrats and everything should have done. The Democrats should have went to him privately and just been like, "Look, we will keep you out of jail if you don't run." Like they could have made a deal with him.
mm,
They could have been like, "I know you're scared of jail. We will not pursue it and you will not go to jail. Just do not run." But they didn't even think about that because that's how stupid the Democrats are.
huh.
Like
I don't think
Democrats,
Trump would have taken that deal anyway
probably not.
because,
No,
like,
he's a corrupt
yeah,
asshole. He's corrupt as
yeah,
hell.
and he wants power. Like, that's what he wants at the end of the day. He wants
Yep.
power regardless. Like, he wants power. He wants to have power in all aspects of his life, like politically, socially. Like, he will refuse to appear weak in anything. Like, that's the type of man he is. Like,
You're not
uh,
wrong.
yeah. Uh,
I feel like it would have been worth a try, and I don't think they tried.
oh yeah. I still think Trump is a pretty weak person.
No,
But
you're right. He is. He's
yeah,
absolutely a
hmm
very weak person.
yeah, because a weak person can't admit they're wrong. But
Right, right. And
yeah,
they'll project too. They'll accuse everybody
hmm
around them of the things they're guilty of. Trump
hmm
is the king of projection.
Oh, wait. Uh,
Projection is where the
oh, well,
things.
I know what projection is, but
Oh,
I
okay.
just can't think of an example where Trump projects. Most likely he does.
He has, and I hate that I made a claim like that and I didn't have anything to back it because that makes me look
Hmm
terrible.
Oh, no
So,
problem.
but he has. I do remember him doing it. I just
Mm,
remember him. And that's my bad because I'll remember somebody doing something and and I remember more about how it made me feel than I do what they actually said. And that's on
mm.
me. That's like with
Oh,
situations I've had. It's like I remember how I felt at the time. I remember that what they said had this effect on me, but I can't remember what they said.
yeah. Well, it's not that bad because, well, since Trump is definitely a narcissist, that's what
Oh,
narcissists
that's
do. They
oh yeah.
project. They project, they deflect. Uh, they probably rotate too, and vertically and horizontally. Uh, I'm just messing with you, but uh, yeah.
That's why I refuse to give him the benefit of the doubt because I
Mhm,
know there's no it's not him, thinking anything that he does is there's nothing good you can say about him. You can't forgive him for anything. You can't say like,
mhm,
"Oh, well maybe like you said earlier, maybe he just didn't feel he was worthy." No, he's a narcissist. He definitely felt like
mhm.
he was worthy. He felt like he needed to be there. He just thought he was too good to put his hand on the Bible. That's why he didn't put
Oh,
his hand on the
I kind
Bible.
of understand that. Like he might think like he doesn't need to. Like he's better than that. He probably considers himself a king.
No,
Uh,
I'm pretty sure he does. He thinks he's a
yeah.
ruler. He's not a ruler. He's supposed to be a leader, but he's not leading worth the shit.
Technically, the president isn't a leader. He's a representative. Uh, but
Let's agree.
that.
Let's agree that he's both, a bit of both.
Mm,
I think he represents and is a bit of a leader. And I say that because he has to sign a lot of stuff into law. It's not into law. It doesn't come into a law unless the president signs it. And if the
mm,
president won't sign something, it won't go into law. So that as a leader, that's what he's,
mm,
yeah. So like he's the leader of the country while everyone under him, like the senators and whatnot, they're the leaders of each individual, like city, state, town, so on and
yeah.
so forth. So we have, that's why we usually say we have leaders, but he's kind of at the
Yeah.
top of the chain right there. There's not a whole lot
Mm.
he can do. There's not a whole lot he's supposed to do.
Well, yeah, because there's checks and balances. Like he
Right.
can't do whatever he wants,
Basically doing
even
that
though
right
the
now.
even though the POTUS is the most powerful person in the world. Even then, there's other powerful people that will
Are
do
supposed to
checks and
stop him.
balances. Yeah.
Supposed to, but it's not working right now. But I think part of that is,
Uh,
and I don't know, you know who John Leguizamo is, right? John Leguizamo, he's actor, comedian. He was
no,
that movie The Pest.
I don't know him.
Do you know the original Super Mario movie, the live action one?
Yeah.
Remember, he was Luigi, the live action one.
What? What's his name?
John Leguizamo. I
No,
think I'm saying his name right. John Leguizamo.
Leguizamo.
I don't know if I'm saying his last name correctly or not.
What about him?
Well, but he's been on social media talking about how to handle Trump, basically, how you
Uh-huh.
handle a dictator and how you get them to come down. He said you have to get rid of the support, the ones that are holding him up, and basically he talked about
Mm,
how
okay.
how Hitler went down. That's how Hitler went down. Is they took out the support. The support were everybody who was holding him up, and that's Trump right now. That's the Republican Party holding him up. That's people who are going to defend and do whatever they can for him. So you have to take them out, and the way to do that is to vote them out. So
Yeah.
whenever the midterms come in, if people vote, smart, and they replace a lot of those Republican senators with Democrats, because that's really the only options. Maybe not just Democrat, but maybe also like what do you call the ones that are just not either? They're just independent. So
Yeah.
independents or whatnot, just anybody who would oppose Trump. You replace the people who are not opposing him with people who will oppose him, and then he will fall because there will be no one to do his bidding and to listen to him. And who is this? You never invite me, Joker. This is May
Hey,
1st
Joker, what's up?
or May burst. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Joker. Uh,
I didn't invite him.
and
He
Joker,
asked. I didn't invite him. He asked, and I was like, sure.
what's up, Joker? Uh, could Joker get on?
Yeah, he's in the chat. Tell him about the.
Norbit DVD.
It's gone, by the way. It's not back there anymore. The whole movie rack is gone, Joker.
Oh,
It's not over there anymore. That was my brother's movie rack. It was all his movies and some of his Xbox games. They're all over in his house now. And my
wait,
bro,
your brother moved?
no, he hasn't moved yet, but he's got
Oh,
a house that he's working on, and he stuck his movies over there. So that's
mm,
one thing, one less thing in this house. It's over there now. Goof me. It's basically a goof me. That's what he's saying. It's a meme having to do with me. Norbit DVD behind me. People would make jokes. Who was it? It was oh god, I can't even remember his name right now. He's not here. Wow, I'm horrible. Lord Blazer. There we go. Lord Blazer would constantly make jokes about that's your kind of woman, isn't it? I don't know if you've ever seen Norbit.
I haven't seen Norbit, but I know what it looks like.
Yeah, the big woman.
Mm.
She's not Norbit. Norbit is the guy that supposedly has a relationship with him, but not really. It's ugh. Um,
Hmm.
she's big, but it's really just it's the same actor in a fat suit with makeup, I think, playing a
Really?
woman. Yeah,
Oh,
it's Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, so
But
every
hey,
time they would
some
see,
black guys love their big women.
oh, it was I don't know. I don't think that Lord Blazer's black. I think he just likes really big women, like something's not right with him. And
Uh,
he would see the movie behind me and go, "It's your kind of woman, isn't it, Goof?" And I'm like, "No, no, it's not. Come on, you know you like." No, no, I don't. Will you please stop? No, she is way too big for me. Hell, I used to react to and watch Hungry Fat Chick, which is a
mhm.
mukbang VTuber, and they would sit there
Oh,
and 'cause she's very big, and he would also make jokes about how that's she's your type too, isn't she? I'm like, no, she's not my type. She's my
mm,
type. I'm like, it gets old kind of fast. I'm like, no, I don't like women that big. No, I mean, and when I say don't like, I mean I don't find them attractive. Like there's
mhm.
only so big I will find a woman attractive.
Uh-huh.
I don't expect a supermodel, but I can't get with somebody morbidly obese. Like I know I'm not
Mhm.
exactly scrawny myself, and I'm not an Adonis, but
Mhm.
I'm not that big. I can still walk around and move around. I'm not on a oxygen tank or anything. Not that bad
Uh,
off. You know. So I don't find that level of being unhealthy to be attractive is all. When you're that
yeah.
big, morbidly, like you are this mass of flesh and everything and fat cells, like you know what I'm talking about. Like that's
To be
too
honest,
much.
I don't think anyone finds that attractive.
Lord
I think
Blazer does.
he's probably just trolling.
He might be,
Like,
yeah, he might be.
yeah.
I think he thinks it's funny. He
If
might
I
be.
were in your situation, I would just say, yeah, sure, whatever.
I've gotten to where when he chimes in with his kind of jokes, though, I've gotten to where I'm like, I'm not even reading that. I see it, Blazer, but I'm not reading it. I'm acknowledging that he said what he said, but I'm not reading it out loud. I'm not paying it any mind. And I need to
But
do
this
that
is,
more with he's basically my
mhm.
personal troll, but he's like the
Uh-huh,
good kind of troll. He's just the one
uh-huh,
cracking just jokes, not being vicious or cruel. He's just making
yeah.
stupid jokes and everything. Like he's that kind of troll. But which is the kind of
But,
troll that Phil has had. He's had those kind of trolls before. Like they just point out stupid
uh-huh,
shit and everything. They make stupid jokes, but he is so serious that he would just lash out at them over just the
oh,
littlest of things. I get those kind of people. They don't bug me. The ones that bug me are the ones that come in that are just cruel. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm, yeah.
They just straight up mean and talk shit. Like those are the ones I get tired of. Those are the ones I can't help but just to ban. I can't help it. It's like, no, I'm not going to sit here and take your abuse. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm,
There's a difference between that.
mm-hmm,
I can tell the difference. Phil cannot tell the difference. He doesn't.
mm-hmm,
He doesn't know when people are picking on him. There's a difference between somebody just picking and, just joking around, giving a good ribbing, and being vicious. And he can't tell the difference. And so that's why Phil lashes out the way he does. He's too
yeah. Wait,
serious.
what was the guy's name that
Lord
the
Blazer.
good trailblazer? Like, what type of
Lord.
stuff does he say?
Lord Blazer. It's usually just jokes about obese women and
Uh-huh.
um I don't have good examples. I just know he's been here a long time and he doesn't mean anything. And I know he doesn't mean anything vicious or cruel. So that's
Yeah.
why he's still here. There are some
Technically,
things that he stopped bringing up because he saw that it
uh-huh.
was really bugging me. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, I'm kind of I'm a big troll, like myself. Like, if you ever seen me on K Hook cast streams,
I haven't been
I
there.
go wild there. Yeah, but I'm not nasty. I mean, I do have my heated moments when I reply to comments on YouTube or on Twitter.
Well, I've seen you over
But
on Rich's streams, and you don't really
yeah,
say anything vicious, but you do kind of
no
like it's just a ribbing. Like I said, a ribbing. It's not meant to be
ribbing.
mean. A ribbing. A ribbing is where you poke fun a bit
Mm-hmm.
and you make jokes at somebody's expense, and somebody who can take a ribbing will laugh with you.
Uh,
Somebody who can't, like Philip Burnell,
mm-hmm.
cannot, can't take the ribbing, and they think you're just attacking them, and that's how they act, and they lash out, and that's Phil.
Yeah. So, do you remember anything I've said in Rich's chat before? Right now I
Unfortunately,
don't know. I don't remember me ribbing.
like I said, I
Uh,
can't.
mhm,
I can't remember exact words. I usually just remember my reaction to the words.
mhm.
So I can't remember anything you've said. I just remember that you've never been like that. You've never been
Mm.
like vicious.
Oh
You,
yeah,
I know that you cracked some jokes, but you haven't
yeah,
been like straight up cruel.
yeah. So the last thing I remember saying in Rich's chat was with like a gifted membership chat, like a free, like when you get a free membership, you get a free super chat. I just said, "I'm so fresh, you can suck my nut." I was gonna say more, like a few more times, but it like a I was trying to uh like it wouldn't let me say you can suck. It wouldn't let me say you can suck my nuts. So I was just really trying to figure out how to actually spell it out without it triggering like the the no feature. Like you can't say that. But
Say that in mind. I want to see if it pops up. Just type it in there.
oh,
It
I'm
just
pretty
say,
sure. I'm pretty
because if
sure.
it
Let me
doesn't
see.
let you, that means it's something that Rich has set.
I'm not really sure what he has said. So
Just
fresh.
if you want, just type "suck my nuts." I don't care. Just type it. Just see if it works. Just do it, or write what you were gonna write. Nuts so fresh you can suck. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Nuts fresh you can. Yeah, it works. So I don't see why
I
it
think it.
wouldn't.
I think it's for super chats. Like
Oh, super chats prevent them. That
yeah,
sucks. That sucks.
yeah.
But I
But
would still
I'm
think
not.
that.
I'm not really sure what part of it would be banned. Like it's nothing like that would trigger rage. I don't think so.
No, 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 no.
No.
There's nothing
Like
about that would trigger Rich. No, that's just
mm.
funny.
I wonder if anyone's brought that up to Rich. Like, hey, why can't I type this out in super chat? I don't
I
remember.
don't know if it's a
Uh,
thing with super chats or if it's a thing he can set. I would think there would be a way for him to set it to, allow certain words. I can set certain
mm,
words regardless. Well, I
uh,
haven't done super chats. I don't have that set up. I haven't got to 1,000 subscribers yet. I have to have 1,000
mm,
subscribers for that. And I have to have a bigger audience. People don't really show up too
yeah.
much. Yeah. I feel like what holds me back is just the production value of everything and
Uh,
having garbage behind me and whatnot. And
yeah.
just yeah, I feel like that kind of well that maybe I'm boring. Like that's one of the things Rich points out. If you're boring, people are not going to want to be around.
Mm,
If you're boring,
yeah. I
so
know if you improve your mental health, you will be less boring.
oh
Like
yeah,
like a few months ago, like last year, like when I would pop up on K Hunk's video calls,
mm-hmm.
like I would talk so slow because of my depression.
Mm,
But ever since I've been starting to go to school in person, and I just been like that improved my mental health quite a lot. So like I'm almost a different person than I was
my depression's
six
bad when
months
I
ago.
my depression gets really bad when I'm not getting sleep, and I wasn't getting sleep because of
Uh-huh.
that idiot neighbor. And so that's why
Mm,
the other day I was just such a wreck. I was just like I was stressed.
mm,
That guy stresses me. Just the who was it? Was it you who asked if I might be on the spectrum? Somebody asked
yeah,
that. Somebody asked if I might be on the spectrum, and I was like, I don't know.
I did.
You did, okay. I'm like, I don't know, I might be because I can't handle a lot of loud stuff. When I was in school,
Yeah.
I was in grade school, I remember, and we had like this whole event where everybody was out in the central like courtyard of the school. It had a courtyard where the flag was up in the middle and everything. And we went in there and everybody was gathered around. It was too loud, all the kids and people, and
Mhm.
it was making me crazy. And then the mariachi, there was a mariachi band, and they started up playing, and
Oh,
I couldn't do it. I started freaking out, and I
oh,
kind of ran away from the crowd and ran as far away from the courtyard as I could get. I couldn't
yikes.
handle it. I was
Okay.
freaking out. I can't handle it. I remember when I
What?
was younger. You
Uh-huh.
remember the old phones when the ringtones were just noises, really high pitched
Yeah.
noises and whatnot. Those would drive me crazy. It would make me just.
Really?
I would shake. I would
Huh.
freak out and everything. I do the same thing when he starts up his subwoofer. I freeze up on my chair and I start freaking out. I start having panic attacks. I start getting angry and upset and stressed and everything. I can't handle it.
Huh. So it's not just that it hurts your ears. You just
It
it,
stresses
it
me.
makes you anxious.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It
Mm.
stresses me the hell out. Like I
Okay.
feel it right up and through my chair. I feel it when he does it. When he starts boom, 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 I feel it
Mm.
just up my chair. I feel it throughout my house, and sometimes my windows will go to rattling from it because it's so bad. Like you can
Mm.
hear the vibrations in the windows, then you know it's bad.
Do you think that could be because of some repressed drama?
No,
Repressed trauma. Do you think it could be because of that?
no, because I've
Because
been like this since I was younger. I couldn't stand bass when I was younger either.
mm,
Couldn't stand vibrations when I was younger either. So
do you remember like a certain sound that would like make you so upset like it would make you cry?
yeah, yeah.
Really?
It was
Mm,
usually just a lot of booming and stuff. Just booming and high pitched sounds, loud high pitched sounds. Just
mm,
yeah, I'll start crying. It genuinely just makes me feel like shit. That's how I was yesterday.
mm.
That's why I was such a mess. I finally got some sleep, and he hasn't been making too much noise today. He was making noise the other night,
Uh-huh.
and then through the day, and then he did it again last night. He kept
Mhm.
doing it off and on constantly. And maybe it's because we're fixing to get some rain. I don't know, but he's quiet right now, and
Mm,
I feel more calm because of it. So I'm like, I kind of wish I could move just to get away from him. There's no noise ordinances here. People can get away with doing whatever they want. It would take the neighborhood itself standing up to a person and telling, "Look, we need you to stop doing that."
okay.
You
You
know.
never talked to him in person? Like, hey, can you
Oh,
stop doing that,
I
please?
have talked to him.
Really?
I've tried talking to him. I've tried yelling at him. I've tried everything. I've tried threatening him. Nothing works because I'm one person and nobody finds me intimidating. But there
What?
are other
Why
people
did you? Why? Like, how did you threaten him?
just to beat the crap out of him. You need to quit, or I'm going to beat the crap out of you. You're driving everybody crazy. Cut the shit.
Mm,
Like it's nothing specific. It's just empty. It's empty threats because I didn't know what else to do. So at that point, it's like, dude, you got to quit this. I'm about to beat the crap out of you. You're fixing to get the crap beat out of you. You need to quit, and it doesn't work. But that's because people
Wait,
don't find me threatening. I'm not intimidating or anything. But there's
I
other
mean,
people here.
you don't really need to intimidate him so that he like stops doing that. Like,
It
I
doesn't
mean,
work. He's a
like
crack.
I know like some people like I know with autistic people like they're more likely to not to I could be getting this wrong, but at least it's with my mom. Like she bothers people, but she doesn't think that bothering other people is that like she doesn't think like she thinks people like should just take it. Like
I don't
like if
feel like that
like
at all.
if I'm bothering you, like it's not like I'm hurting you or anything. Like you could just deal with it. That's how they think.
I
Uh
don't feel that way at
and that
all.
some autistic people are like that. I think it's something to do with like social cues, like they don't understand like if you're bothering someone, like you have to stop. I'm
He
kind of like that sometimes, like when I talk loud or when I talk about taboo topics or provocative topics. But uh, would you consider talking to your neighborhood, like walking up to them and saying like, "Hey, does that guy bother you at all? Because it
Well, that's what
bothers
I was
me. I
trying to
can't get
say.
like a sleep."
I'm not the
Uh,
only one he's bugging. He's bugging several
mm,
people in this neighborhood. And that's what I was trying to
mm,
say. The only way that we would get him to stop is if we all of us walked over to him, kind of around him, talking to him, and just be like, dude, you need to stop. Because one person is not going to do anything. I'm not intimidating. You ever seen those movies where we're like, it would be a school, there'd be a school bully, and, well, it could have been TV shows too. And the only way to get the bully to stop is when everybody who the bully would bully would kind
mm.
of stand up to him all at once,
Yeah,
and they would back down and stop doing it. I feel like that's the kind of situation that it would take to get him to stop. Everyone that he's driving crazy were to just stand up to him and tell him, look, you need to quit this shit, and just be standing there over him. I feel like at that point he would be
mm.
too scared and he would stop doing it, you know?
You
There's
ever seen
power
the
in
new
numbers.
Planet of the Apes movies?
I haven't seen him. I've seen just the
So there's
advertisements.
this one, the main ape. His name is Caesar. Like he
Yeah.
took two sticks and like he took one stick and like he broke it and he said, "Ape alone weak." Then he put the two sticks together and he tried to break them, but they didn't. And he said, "Ape together strong." And it's kind of like that.
Kind of, yeah. I'm just saying,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah,
there's powers in numbers. When you have a lot of
yeah.
people saying, you got to change how you are, you're driving us all crazy. People are more likely to listen. I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't because he's that messed up. He's on drugs and whatnot. He's not
He's
right.
on drugs.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
drugs? Can
Um,
I ask some?
yeah. No, no. He's been on the really bad stuff like crack and meth.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the really bad stuff. To me, it is
I
anyway.
mean,
I've seen people
not
die
to.
taking that
Oh, mm.
meth and
Is he
crack.
wealthy or is he also
No,
poor?
he's poor as hell.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
because he spends all his money on drugs.
Yeah, and it's not just
Mhm.
that. He pops pills too. Just any pills he can find. He just takes them. He ODs on stuff.
Oh,
He's
hold on. Give me a second. My
all right.
mom's
No
calling me.
problem.
I'll be back in a sec. I think dinner's ready.
All
Hopefully
right.
it's ready because sometimes my mom like said dinner's ready and I mean she expect like she wants us to put the food on our own plates,
Yeah.
but like she calls us over and she doesn't say that and because sometimes she does it, but when she doesn't, I'm like, what the heck? Nothing. Whatever. No problem. By the way, I was sucking on this lemon because I was tired. I My mom told me put salt on this lemon and you'll. So far, I think it's worked
I've
really good.
never heard that before.
Yeah, she watches a lot of stuff on Instagram.
Oh, she
She's
learns this stuff
uh-huh.
and then passes it all along. Try doing this. I've seen online that you can do this and it helps that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with her. It's just that like she like expects us to see every video she watches. It's insane. It's insane. I love her though. I love her.
You have
I'll be
to.
back.
You have to. It's mom. I love mom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just call me when you get back. I'm gonna hang up. Just call me when you get back. I'm gonna disconnect. Just call me when you get back. Oy. My goodness. My goodness, goodness, goodness. I didn't realize that I basically did this when I should have. I sat here and I adjusted this for his face, but I shouldn't have done that. That's not the way I should have done this. I should have. What's bad is I'm hungry myself. I feel like I need to eat something, but what time is it? It's after 7. Till he gets back, I'm gonna watch some Rich. When he comes back and call me back. Hopefully it'll pop up and give me a thing. Oh, hey. Super Mario Brothers 2 Overworld Variation 2? Really? Let's hear it. Is it spliced together or is it recomposed? Re-recorded? It's probably spliced together. Yeah, because I can hear the sound effects. That is kind of the tone they went with. Fucking gnats are pissing me off. What is this?
The live-action Lilo and Stitch remake is changing a lot of things from the original story, but what if I told you it could end up ruining this movie? Now, we all know live actions are always changing a thing or two to make the story more fitting, but this time it's getting rid of some of the most important things that made the first movie so special. For example,
And how exactly do you know they're getting rid of this?
Simple, Jumbo, and Pleakley are aliens who try to fool others by dressing up in the animated movie, but this time it looks like they're able to change their appearance to look like humans, which means we'll barely get to see them as aliens wearing their awful disguises. But one of the biggest changes to the movie so far would have to be that of Bubbles. If you remember, Bubbles was actually just a social worker in the animated movie, but in this remake it looks like he's gonna be the one that's hunting down Stitch, and it's probably because we're not gonna be getting Captain Gontu at all. Obviously this changes a lot of things from the original story, but since this movie has a bunch of aliens constantly on screen, it would probably end up making this movie way more expensive with all that CGI, and that money was already spent on Snow White. R.I.P. to Pleakley.
Oh god, yeah.
Movie. What?
Snow White is a fucking disaster. Snow White was an absolute fucking disaster. Okay. Microsoft's dirty secret. Your old PC is now trash. What? I'll watch it. It's only 14 minutes.
Hey, I'm Dave. Welcome to my shop. Microsoft is consigning millions of PCs to the ash heaps of history well before their time, all because of new TPM and security requirements. And today, we're going to look at the reasons why to see if they actually hold up or if it's all just a clever sales ploy in disguise. I'm Dave Plummer, a retired software engineer from Microsoft, going back to the MS-DOS and Windows 95 days. And this is a topic that has really resonated with many of you. The whole situation surrounding the Trusted Platform Module, or TPM, and making it a mandatory requirement for Windows 11. More to the point, however, an entire generation of PC hardware will be turned into e-waste before its time is truly done, and this is frustrating for a lot of people. This all starts with that mysterious TPM module we keep hearing about, so let's take a quick look at what it all means. To recap, the Trusted Platform Module, or TPM, is essentially a dedicated security microcontroller embedded within your computer's motherboard. It acts as a secure crypto processor designed to perform cryptographic operations. Its functions are varied, but crucial for modern security. It's basically a black box that runs independent of your system and the outside world as a whole. It can securely generate, store, and manage cryptographic keys. This is vital for features like BitLock.
He had to go eat. He'll be back. I just figured I'd watch some stuff until he came back.
Or drive encryption, where the keys needed to unlock your data are protected by the TPM, making it that much harder for unauthorized individuals to actually access your files, even if they physically remove the drive. Beyond encryption keys, the TPM also plays a role in what's known as secure boot. Let's take a general look at the idea behind it. In a classic computer like the old original IBM PC, there was a simple ROM chip on the motherboard, and when the CPU was reset, it would start executing code at a known address inside that ROM, and that's about all there was to it. The ROM was known as the BIOS ROM for Basic Input and
I
Output
thought it was pronounced BIOS. Why is everyone saying BIOS?
System. It contains code to do
BIOS.
things like write text to the screen or read blocks from a disk. And so the bootloader built into the BIOS code would fetch the initial MS-DOS binary and load your system, and that in turn would load 16-bit Windows on top of it
BIOS
if you
makes no
desired.
sense.
And by the
If it
time
was BIOS, it would be BIAS, not BIOS. It's BIOS.
modern Windows came along based on the Windows NT system, the MS-DOS middleman was then eliminated, and the BIOS would actually load a Windows binary itself. Soon enough, the BIOS chips in our PCs will be replaced by more sophisticated UEFI systems, or Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. Like a BIOS on steroids, UEFI brings a number of features to the table, including graphical setup support to replace the old pure text interface. But the new UEFI goes one step further. It provides security by...
Is it weird that I kind of like the old interfaces? I like the old blue and yellow, white, just simple colored interface from the BIOS. I kind of miss those simple BIOSes. I don't know why. I like those.
using the TPM. That's because before it loads your operating system, it checks the actual bits of the system binaries to make sure they were securely signed with a cryptographic signature that guarantees those bits are original and unmolested. That root of...
Did he just say unmolested? Unmolested? Don't you mean like uncorrupted or unadjusted or unhacked? Unmolested sounds wrong.
Trust starts with a master platform key and can be modified by vendors with a key exchange key, or a KEK. There's a signature database that holds the public keys and or hashes of bits of binaries like drivers and bootloaders and so on that are known to be trusted. It's ultimately up to the motherboard manufacturer whose keys are included in the trusted list. There's also a forbidden signature database that can be updated that holds the hashes of software known to be tainted or malicious, which provides a mechanism for revoking or rolling back previously granted access. These mechanisms are all combined to securely boot the system from a cold start. The CPU, or more accurately a helper chip of some kind, invokes the UEFI, and the UEFI looks at the boot.
This is way more boring than I thought it would be.
To securely verify that the boot...
I can't watch that. That's way more boring than I thought it would be.
You know damn well they're going to raise the prices.
Ocean water. Ocean water. Ocean water.
Hey, console
Ocean
prices
water.
are increasing.
Ocean
You know
water.
what? It's definitely
Ocean
not
water.
because of the tariffs. Not at all.
Breasts.
You could also buy your kid $2 instead of $30.
It's China to me, China. China!
China!
So if
Ocean
you remember, recently Microsoft just announced that they are increasing the crap out of the price of their Xbox hardware and accessories.
wireless.
Two examples I always give of that is the Xbox Series S. The 1 terabyte model is going to be $430, and if you get the 2 terabyte Xbox Series X
Ocean water.
Galaxy
Breasts.
Edition, it's going up to $730, which for now is more expensive than a PS5 Pro, even though that Series X has no more capabilities minus more storage and looking prettier than the base Xbox Series X you could buy in 2020. But if you think it's going to stop with Microsoft hardware, I just spit on my...
And he's doing it again. He's got the bass going. I just felt my entire house vibrate. Why does that make me feel so sick to my goddamn stomach when he does that? It makes me feel horrible. Holy shit.
It's not. It's not. And there's no other official announcements yet, but there are industry insiders that are almost positive that this is going to happen with the competitors of Microsoft as well. Now, David Gibson, who is the senior financial analyst over at MST Financial, he covers the gaming industry as well. He got some bad news for you. He's almost 100% positive. Hopefully he's wrong, and hopefully this news story ends up being inaccurate, that PlayStation hardware is going to go up a crap ton as well. This is what he had to say on Twitter. Xbox X hardware price increase of about $100 probably means Microsoft wearing some of the tariff costs. It means they're eating some of the tariff costs still with the price increases. Let that sink in. China
Jesus.
tariff is 145%, but probably assumes
If we could just do business with somebody else, I think, or we started manufacturing shit like this here, and I think that's what this is about. This is about trying to get manufacturing jobs back in the U.S., but I don't know how likely that is.
normalizes to 40% or so. Will Sony do the same and take a profit hit? Unlikely. PS5 price increase likely $200+ in the US in May this month. So keep in mind what this means. Think about it real hard.
The last console I bought was a PS3. I didn't bother with the 4 or the 5. Probably won't bother with the 6 either. I've never bothered with an Xbox. I think I've been a Sega and Nintendo consumer, for a long time, and now I don't even want to buy future Nintendo hardware. The pricing is just too great.
PS5 Pro? No, but let's just say you did. It's going to be about $1,000, $900 before tax. Add in tax, you're going to be about $1,000 more around that point.
I still have one of those, yeah. No, my brother Raymond helped me buy my first PS2, and I feel bad. I really feel like I owe my brother money. I feel like I owe him. I feel like I need to figure out a way to pay him back. But yeah, he helped me with my first one. The one I have right now is one of the last ones they manufactured, because they don't manufacture PS2 anymore. PS2s are not manufactured anymore. But I have one, yeah. I have a PS2. But I can emulate PS2 without really much of any issue, so.
$1,000 for an updated version of a soon-to-be
I just realized he's sitting in a game. He's sitting in Skyrim or something. I just realized that. Or maybe he's sitting in, No, I see the gun up there or whatever. I don't know where he's at.
World console. If it happens, well, maybe Sony will bite the bullet and just keep the prices the same to have a competitive edge. But was the Xbox ever a competitor? This is insane, man. This hobby, hopefully it doesn't happen, and Microsoft is the one who just caves to the tariffs and brings up the prices. But Microsoft has more money in the bank to ride this tariff wave than Sony does.
The hell of it is, if we can't get rid of Trump, no, we'll be able to do something about him by next year. So 2026, we'll be able to do something about, I think it's 2026, the midterms, because it's like 2 years after a presidential election. So in the midterms next year, we'll be able to replace a lot of people and actually have people who stand up to Trump, and who not just stand up to Trump, but say no to shit like the tariffs.
I can't see any way that Sony doesn't end up raising the prices. So again, here we are with our favorite hobby becoming less affordable across the board. And if you think this is going to stop here after PlayStation raises their prices, possibly, buckle up. It's going to get worse. From what I'm hearing, they want to tariff movies that aren't being made in the States.
China!
I fucking hate him. He wants to tariff everything. Hell, I think he wants to tariff digital goods. If he's not going to do that, great, but I'm pretty sure he's going to want to figure out a way to tariff digital goods. If it's digital, it's coming from somewhere else, somebody made it in another country, he'll fucking tariff it, because he's a fucking retard.
But at least you'll be able to play Gears of War 1 or Gears of War Reloaded, a remastered version on your PlayStation 5. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. This comes from Gematsu. I'll read it to you, then we'll discuss.
Gematsu.
Publisher Xbox Game Studios and developers The Coalition, Sumo Digital, and Disbelief have announced Gears of War Reloaded for the PS5, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC. It will launch on August 26th.
I don't see why this game wouldn't be able to play on the Switch too. On the Switch too. We'll see.
For $39 with cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms. It will also be available via Game Pass. Users who own Gears of War Ultimate Edition will also receive a free upgrade to Gears of War Reloaded. The game is also going to include 4K resolution, 60 frames per second in campaign, 120 FPS in multiplayer, HDR, Dolby Vision, and 7.1.4 Dolby Atmos, 7.1.4 3D spatial audio, variable refresh rate, 4K assets and remastered textures, I would hope so, enhanced post-processing visual effects, improved shadows and reflections, super resolution with
So it's a bunch of shit being included that wasn't in the original Gears of War. But the fact that they're remaking Gears of War, or doing a Gears of War remake.
improved anti-aliasing, zero load screens.
Let's be fair, the original Gears of War, the first one that was made, was made years ago. So a remaster of Gears, a remake or remaster of Gears of War 1, I think is okay. The problem with Sony is they keep remaking and remastering games that aren't that old. It's like, why don't you look at some PS3 games or something? Look at some PS2 games. Remaster some PS2 games. Stop remaking and remastering games that are like only a generation console old. Sony is really bad about just remastering shit that's not even... There's no real point of remaking or remastering because they're not that old.
During the campaign. And you could play what was a must-have exclusive for Xbox, especially during the 360 days. You can now play it on their competitor's console. I get what you're trying.
I'm not saying it's a bad game at all. I think it's a pretty cool game. I'm just saying it's the last time we had the original game, the first game that was ever made, was made long, long ago. So it's fine to get a remake or even just a remaster at this point. There's nothing wrong with it. And the problem with Sony is they keep remaking and remastering the same PS3 game, really, was it? The Last of Us games, didn't the first one come out on the PS3? Yeah. So they keep remastering it, and it's like, why? Why every generation do we need a new version of this game? Move on to a new fucking game. Or if you're going to remake and remaster, look at your PS2 library. Get some games off the PS2 and remake them, remaster them, or whatever. Or hell, PS1. Make a HDR, 4K resolution, 60 FPS game from a PS1 game, man.
Trying to do Microsoft, but this is insane. Just get out of the hardware race. The gaming industry, in my opinion, has lost its way. You could
Finish
say
first.
that
Finish eating first.
exclusives are bad, and there's people who
I
have
wanna
made
watch
arguments,
this real
some of them
quick.
valid, about exclusives not being good. But what is the incentive to buy a piece of hardware? What is the incentive to buy a Switch if you could get Super Mario exclusives or Nintendo's exclusives anywhere?
That's why Nintendo is so vehemently against putting Mario and whatnot on other platforms. They're not going to. They're not going to put them on other platforms. If they did, it would cannibalize their business. It would destroy it. I mean, it would be... It's what's destroying Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't know what they're doing. They haven't known what they were doing in a long time. I think they bought all those studios just to make more money off the games, to be a third party. They're basically moving into being like Sega. Microsoft Xbox is now what Sega is now. You know, because Sega used to make hardware. Sega doesn't make hardware anymore. Sega, I mean, I wish they did. I miss Sega. I don't think it would be the same, though. I don't think it would be anything like we got in the 90s. But I do remember, I love Sega. I'm sad that they're not the same company anymore. But if Sega tomorrow came out with a new console, I think I'd be in line to buy it. I would be in line to buy it. I'd be trying to get it. I'm just kind of tired of Nintendo and whatnot.
What's the incentive to buy a PlayStation 5 if you could get their exclusives everywhere? Not that Sony's releasing their games on Xbox Series consoles anytime soon,
No, but they are putting it on PC.
but you get my point. And look at Microsoft. What is the point to invest in your hardware, or as some may argue, even Game Pass, if you could get your games anywhere? If you could literally have a PlayStation 5 and get Gears of War.
People complain about exclusives constantly, which it baffles me. It baffles me that people complain about exclusives. Exclusives are what make you buy hardware. Exclusives are why the Switch 2 is still selling like gangbusters, even though it's expensive as hell. You are not going to get Donkey Kong Bonanza on any other fucking platform. If you want Donkey Kong Bonanza, you have to play it on Switch 2. You ain't playing it on PC. You ain't playing it on Xbox or PlayStation. You're playing it right there on the Nintendo's hardware. These goddamn bugs are driving me nuts. It's like they keep coming. Fucking little fruit flies. God damn.
What the hell are you making hardware for? What the hell are you making next-gen systems for, Microsoft? It makes no sense. And the thing, and I know there are arguments like, oh, Game Pass, games as a service, Game Pass. What happens if maybe people just want to play Gears of War? And maybe they would have been a person who purchased an Xbox if they just wanted to play Gears of War, if they could only play it on your hardware, which in turn would get them into the Xbox ecosystem, where maybe they would purchase more games.
I don't think Microsoft wants to compete anymore. I think the writing was on the wall for them long ago. I think they were struggling already as it is. They've been struggling for a while when it comes to their hardware. Like, it's not new. And so because it's not new and it's something they've been dealing with, they're just slowly kind of going to fade out and just be a third-party publisher and just put up, every game that they help pay to get made and everything everywhere they can and make a profit any way they can. That's why they're so excited to work with Nintendo. I have another theory, and this has to do with Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer a ways back said that they were investing in. Did he say investing, or he was trying to get Nintendo? Like he was paying. Microsoft has a huge share in Nintendo stocks and whatnot. They're investors. Yeah, they're investors. They've invested in Nintendo, and they slowly are increasing their investment share. Because when you're an investor and you invest in a company, the more shares you have in a company, the more you can dictate the company, the more you own the company. So if Microsoft can buy out tons of stock of Nintendo, like a majority stock, they basically own the fucking company at that point. And I think Phil Spencer talked about wanting to buy Nintendo. I have a fucking theory about that. I think they want to buy Nintendo. They want to own Nintendo just so they can just have a bigger say and get a bigger cut on games. Like, Nintendo's great with hardware. I don't think Microsoft's great with hardware. I think their hardware is kind of meh. They're not innovative. Nintendo's innovative. And I remember hearing about how Microsoft, I should say, before they formed Xbox, they literally went to Nintendo and said, hey, let us make your hardware and you can make the games. And Nintendo's laughed them. They laughed them out of the office. I think Sega had the same response. They were like, no, 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 no. So now it's kind of the opposite. I think Microsoft is like, yeah, they are better with the hardware. Let's buy the company and we can get a bigger share of software sales on a Nintendo platform. Just buy up Nintendo. So it's kind of a reverse in their thinking. They wanted Nintendo because Nintendo, was great with software and then they could. But you see, but here's the thing: every time Nintendo makes software, it's based around the hardware. So when they make a game for the for a Switch or a Switch 2 or whatever, it's with the hardware in mind. So having another company make the hardware doesn't work. So I think Microsoft's going the opposite direction. They're going to try and buy up Nintendo, and then they're going to be making games and having them published and make buku bucks on Nintendo platform. Microsoft and Nintendo will basically be the same at that point. But then I'm worried. I'm very worried. I don't see a good thing about this. I don't really want them to buy Nintendo But I'm not even a big fan of Nintendo anymore. I'm kind of pissed with them. I'm never buying hardware from them again. I'm done buying hardware from them. And as far as games, I don't have I don't really have any AAA games in there for Nintendo Switch. Not really. My library of digital games on the console is pretty vast and pretty large. And my physical games, none of them are really AAA. None of it's really AAA. So, I don't know.
Products later on. Now they're not going to purchase your hardware. That is why you're in distant third place with 32 million and change consoles sold for this entire generation. You can't, well, Xbox Game Pass is such value. But there's a lot of people who only want to play a couple games a year where Xbox Game Pass or PC Game Pass is not a good value to them. It would be cheaper for them just to buy a game or two, especially if they're playing on PC and Steam has a sec.
Rich is so doom and gloom about shit. Jesus Christ, I do kind of look like Rich. I'm not even kidding. We kind of look similar. Hey, kind of. I don't know. My cranium's a little bigger than his. You notice that? My skull up here, the upper part of my skull is kind of big.
Hell. Whereas in the past, if people could only get Gears of War Reloaded on Xbox hardware,
I don't think he's thinking of the things I'm thinking of. I'm thinking Microsoft was already having issues long before this, and they're just slowly just kind of drifting away from hardware. They literally just want to be a software company now. And who knows?
they would buy your systems, which in turn would turn you around a profit because now those people who own that system.
He's a big proponent of competition in the marketplace. So he doesn't want to see Microsoft stop making hardware. He wants to see them stay in the market as competition. Because competition's good. It usually keeps pricing and whatnot down. So I don't know.
Who maybe just bought it for Gears of War Reloaded would be like, now that I have this system though, instead of just having it collect dust, I'll get this game, I'll download and buy this game, I'll download and buy this game. Now they're not going to do that. So I understand the gaming industry is going to be service based. It's already starting to slowly happen as we see it. But I don't know. I feel like I understand that AAA games cost a lot to make, and so
AAA is on its way out, though. That's the hell of it. AAA is going bye-bye. The price of games and everything is just going bye-bye. AAA is stupid. Indie games are where it's at. I've seen tons of games that I can't wait to play that are indie.
Sony and Microsoft, at least, are trying to find ways to recoup it by having their exclusives be multi-plat. Sony is, again, just bringing it to PC, not Xbox consoles. But I feel like the industry has lost its way. And now we're hearing about these price increases on top of it, too.
The industry definitely lost its way. It lost its way a long time ago. And I blame companies like Ubisoft and EA. They're the reasons we see these practices. I don't think it's as doom and gloom as he says it is. But for him, it is doom and gloom because he loves AAA. He loves his realisms. You know, that's what it is. He loves his realisms. And I don't know. I've seen some pretty realistic, detailed indie games, so I don't know. I don't know what his obsession is with AAA games. I don't know. But I don't think gaming is going anywhere. I think just because these big boys fail doesn't mean people will stop playing games. Here's a little something about the US market. Back before Nintendo jumped in, people were still playing games. There was PC gaming didn't get affected by the console crash in the US. And for that matter, the crash was simply here in the US. It wasn't a thing that happened in the UK or Europe or anything or anywhere else in the world. It was a thing that was just happening here in the US. It was a centralized thing right here in the US. But even like I was saying, even at the time, PC gaming, early PC gaming was still pretty strong at the time. So
Microsoft already did it, and you have industry analysts saying that it's almost guaranteed that Sony's going to be doing it as well. And then on top of it, you could get the games anywhere. So it's like, why am I going to buy these overpriced, outdated consoles? Where the hell are we going to be with 10th generation, man?
There is no generation after that. I don't think we're going to be 10th generation. Here's what I think. I think it's just going to be cheap computers and people getting on Steam and whatnot. That's going to be it. That's it. That's it. I don't think consoles have a future. I don't think AAA has a future. I think that's it. And it doesn't have a future because of greed. Greed is what will kill this industry. If it is doom and gloom, it's because the greed of the industry has caused it. That's the way I look at it.
I don't know. Like I said in my previous video, we could be headed towards a crash, and things like this just kind of solidify that opinion.
If there is a fucking crash, it will only be AAA. Jesus Christ, Rich. There's lots of people making games. Games are not going to die. The gaming industry is not going to go bye-bye. It's going to change. It will change and it will not be the same, but it will still exist. This doom and gloom scenario that you keep painting is ridiculous. I can't disagree with it more. I think you need to chill. I think you need to take a huge step back and just look for indie games on Twitter. You're on Twitter a lot. Look around for indie games and look at some of the shit being made. You have nothing to worry about. Calm the fuck down.
I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
You are wrong.
But it's just not looking good right now.
It's not looking good if you're a AAA nut. If you're a AAA nut, it's not good.
What's the point of owning a 9th gen consoles when you could...
They shut down Skype? Well, duh, they bought Skype. That's why Skype shut down. I used to use Skype until Microsoft bought it. Skype is gone because Microsoft bought it. Nobody wanted to use it because Microsoft bought it. Microsoft needs to keep their goddamn fucking hands off of things. All right? It became like poison. It became toxic. It became this thing that nobody wanted to use. I had some people that I knew that liked using Skype. But then after Microsoft bought it, they were like, I don't want to be on Skype anymore. And they all migrated somewhere else, either to Discord or to other little things, or they talk on Steam. They stopped using Skype. And that's Microsoft's fault for even buying it. If Microsoft had minded their own fucking business and didn't even buy it, people would keep using it. I'm not surprised that Skype shut down. At all.
Play the damn games anywhere. This is Rich of Rich Tomorrow, signing out. Have a good one. Hey, if you watched the whole video, what the hell are you doing? You're not subbed yet?
Instead of saying Rich of Rich Tomorrow, that is redundant, by the way. He should have said, this is Rich Tomorrow. That's all he's got to do. Have a good one. He doesn't have to say Rich of Rich Tomorrow. Just say, this is Rich Tomorrow. People will get it. It doesn't matter. You could literally just say, this is Rich. You don't even have to say of anything. Just say, this is Rich.
Click that sub button.
I hate his ending thing here that he has, because at one point he says, be a man. Does he not realize women like watching him? What the fuck? There are women that watch him.
Here all the time. We have a good time. Make sure to become a subscriber. It's free. Click the button now. And hit that bell, too. Be a man.
Be a man. Dude, don't tell people to be a man. See, and now I'm hungry. That sucks. Minecraft Bedrock Edition sucks. How does it suck? Anyhow. Still eating, or are you done? I can't believe anybody Latino would still want to vote for him. I mean, Latin, Latino, because of the simple fact that Trump is deporting a lot of Latinos. He's being a horrible person. I couldn't support him if I was Latino. If I was Latino, I'd be like, no, fuck him. Fuck this pendejo. Fuck him. Fuck that pendejo. Trump ain't worth shit. I'm hungry. This timeline sure went downhill. Trump meltdown when questioned. Yeah, he made a fucking AI image of him as the Pope. why are you picking your nose? Nintendo messed it up again. Of course they did. I love watching this guy. This guy right here. Beard meets food, but it's meat as in meat. Beard meets food. I don't usually like watching people eat, but I love seeing if he can finish a meal. And then I question if he actually digests it. Does he digest it, or does he throw it up later? What's going on with him? Like, how does he eat so much and not? Jeez. By the way, I'm hungry now. I'm just saying I'm hungry. I'm gonna stream a bit more and we can talk a bit more, but then after that I gotta get food. I just ring ring ring. Ring ring ring. Ring a ding ding. I don't know why it's not making a sound. Like it used to be a thing where it would make a sound. Ding dong. Avon calling. You there? I hear nothing.
Ring a ding ding.
Yeah, ring a ding ding. Ring a ding ding. Oh, yeah, I feel like he overreacts. And I feel like it's just Rich. He loves AAA stuff. He loves the expensive stuff.
Hmm.
He loves the realisms and whatnot. For him it is doom and gloom. He can't look at the bright side. He can't really look at the fact that even when we had the original crash in the early 80s for games were still being made and sold and bought. It just the console industry kind of went kaput, and I kind of feel like the console industry needs to go kaput again. But it doesn't mean games are going to go away. It didn't go away in the
Oh,
past. It's not going to go away now.
dude, I want to say, do you have earbuds or headphones that you can use? Because when I watch this stream,
It was
like
echoing.
my audio doesn't sound very good.
It's echoing, isn't it? I
Yeah,
don't have headphones anymore, so they
no.
broke on me. Yeah, I got to get another pair of headphones. Mine broke.
Oh,
Yeah,
if you want, you could just like buy do you like I
earbuds.
mean,
Earbuds don't want to stay in my
no.
ears because I have weird ear canals. They're like they're not shaped like everybody else's ear canals. So
Uh,
when I tried to, because I
so,
tried having them before and they wouldn't stay in.
mm, uh, maybe because is it for both of them? Like, both of them would have seen your ear?
Yeah, no, neither one of them wanted to stay in, and they don't go in very
Mm,
far. There used to be a kind you could get that would kind of go up in there just a little bit, but they don't make them anymore
uh-huh.
because it was dangerous for some people, and so you can't really get
Okay.
those anymore. Like it was going, I guess, too far in the ear canal, but I remember them
Mm,
being good, and I remember them staying in the ear, and it's just
mm,
what they got now just doesn't
uh,
want to stay in the ear.
that's weird. Would they make? What if you get a different type of well, what I do is I just wear. I mean, there's somewhere here. I have
I'm gonna get some
like
eventually.
Apple earbuds. They don't have rubber tips. Like it's just you just hang them on your ear, and that's it. Uh,
I plan to
and
get
they
a
still kind of hmm?
I plan to get actual headphones. I was looking on Amazon earlier.
Oh, okay. Uh, okay. That's whatever. Uh,
Mm, excuse me.
yeah, it's no problem. No problem. Listen, purple louder.
That's it. That's all I got, man. Listen, listen. Chew on my ass and pretend it's a delicious cake. Let's go. That's the kind of shit that him and fucking Jay will say.
Listen, uh, I don't know, suck me.
That is funny, but it's like they would do it too often, and I
Oh,
wanted to hear what they had to say about something, and they would get off track, and that's what bugs me. I hate that.
listen, get on my track, let's go. Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah. Listen, sit on my chest. Shit on my chest and sing the national anthem. Let's go. I don't think they've ever actually said those exact words together, but yeah. Shit on my chest and sing the national anthem. Oh, what do they have connected to each other? Not a goddamn thing, but that's why it's fucking hilarious. Why would
Yep.
why would you shit on somebody's chest while singing the national anthem? Oh, say, can you see? There's nobody here for this. Maybe they'll see it later. Oh, that was way funnier than it should have been.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's probably because I just laugh. I laugh really loud. Yeah.
it was way funnier than it should have been. That was very fun. No, I was laughing too. It's kind of cringe when you laugh at your own shit. You're supposed to just
Um,
let other people laugh at it, but I can't help but laugh at stuff when I think it's funny.
it's not really cringe. Not really. It's actually kind of like a look like a type of charisma when you like laugh a little at your own jokes,
Oh,
like
okay.
just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, have you checked out the K Hook cast yet?
I have not. You talking about the Cuck cast? I'm pretty sure it's just Cuck, but with a K.
No, it's K Hook.
K
Sometimes we
Huck?
call her the Cook.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean
it's K Hook.
that was what I was trying to pronounce it as, Cuck. You know what a
Mm,
cuck is, right?
yeah, I don't know.
It's somebody who is forced to watch somebody else have
Yeah,
intercourse.
yeah.
A cuck.
Uh,
I figured that's why
um,
they were saying it. When did you
one
send me
time,
this?
one time I
March?
was gaming with so K Hook is a woman.
Mm,
I'm friends with her husbands too, and
okay.
sometimes I play Destiny with them. So one time, she like came into his room while we were playing. I wasn't there. I was in my I was like it was multiplayer. So like and then I said, "Oh, it's the cuck. What's up?" And then he was like, "What did you just call her?"
Cuck?
And then
Because
he
that's
was
what I
like,
thought
"Oh,
it was.
stop." Oh, and then she was. I think he actually got a little upset that I called her that, and she was like, dude, just stop. It's just a joke. That
It,
that was hilarious.
oh my God. I mean, that's what I thought it was pronounced. Cuck.
Yeah, it's K Hook.
K Huck. That was
Mm-hmm.
cuck. Like a cuck. Just a different way of spelling it. But okay.
Mm,
Well, there's this dude I found. I think I found K Huck. K Huck cast.
yeah,
Yeah. Wait, are they
yeah.
alive right now?
I like she does like a lot of like, internet
Oh,
drama videos.
you
She
know,
also does interviews. like like that's how she started off doing a lot of interviews. Uh, I never got an interview with her, but it's whatever. Would you watch her? I mean, even if you don't like her content, you could just pop in when she's live and just say
She's
hi,
live
and
right.
most likely, at least someone will respond to
She's
you.
live right now.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. If I'm on the right channel.
Oh, what is she streaming about?
Literally video where I'm not going to invest all my time into editing this. This is just going to be me and you talking about. We both put our
Oh, let me
cards
look
on
at
the
this.
table. Now let's
Wow.
see what's what. And
There are people who have streams that just do not work that well.
Uh-huh.
I've
I
noticed.
think people enjoyed that too, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and again, it would.
She needs
Who
a
is
better.
she interviewing?
I don't
Is it
know.
Is it a Mater Paul Scambates? Oh, it's not an interview, but she has a co. She usually has a co-host. She rarely does her streams by herself.
I was gonna say
She
I
usually
can't.
has one or more people like doing the stream with her.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't really hear her. She's actually got a quiet mic going on. It's hard to hear her. I could hear the guy, but I can't hear her.
You know,
That's
where I'm
actually
like,
kind of
okay,
abnormal.
online,
She's
and then it's
usually
playing
very
this,
loud.
You know, it's like, and then I just show him like a video or something. And it's like, what's he gonna do? Tell me. I'm not
the
even
dog
pulling the
wants
cat's tail
something.
right there as he pulls the cat through the living room. Like, I mean, come on, like, he knows. I think
Yeah, but yeah, they're
Come
streaming.
here. If you go on her shorts, they're pretty funny.
Sure.
I've had some good times on this channel.
Her shorts.
Yeah, the older ones. They're pretty fun. There aren't that many, but yeah. Most of them are good.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Why are you doing that voice?
How are you girls? Seriously, I haven't fucking talked to you in like fucking forever.
Oh no. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing so well, maggot. So story time, bitches. I was out on the fucking sidewalk yesterday.
What the
I
fuck?
looked up at this tree and there's this fucking squirrel. And he looks at me and he looks at me and I'm like, what the fuck do you want, Mr. Squirrel? And he's like, bitch, your fucking Louis Vuittons are fake. He didn't say that, but I fucking read his eyes. It was ridiculous. And so I started climbing the tree to fucking scratch this squirrel's fucking eyes out. So I just fucking gave up and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna take my Dolce & Gabbana 50 and Madonna somewhere else.
Oh my god. You should do this all the time. I love this.
I agree. Oh my god,
Dude,
this is great.
I'm thinking about calling into every stream and doing that.
You
That would
should.
be
You
great.
should. Oh my god, that was amazing.
Fuck.
Can you guys hear me okay?
It's weird.
Did it?
I don't think I've heard him ever like speak that.
That's
I
a
don't think I
Valley.
was there that day.
It's like a Valley Girl voice, but it ends up sounding like a gay guy when you do it, or when he does it. Yeah. Oh my god, are you Pharrell?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you need to get out of my
Oh my
face,
God.
Pharrell.
Anybody else notice that the community has just kind of gone to shit since my Twitter got suspended?
What community?
Oh, their community. Community.
You're not wrong.
Or the commentary community. I'm not sure.
Personal community? Probably personal
And
community.
check with her fucking account. That's
And
true. Everybody's True. going fucking haywire because going, hey, Maggot's not around. Let's go.
Yeah,
no, I
they've
agree.
just gone to shit ever since. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. Oh god. So it's out.
Did anybody else notice that the community has just kind of gone to shit since my
I
Twitter?
think
got
it just restarted. Short,
Now look
sir.
at this guy
Short.
as he scores it. Look at all that water. And I'm at this game
Water.
wearing my Knights jersey. What am I going to do is every time they go to kick a goal behind the
Crikey.
posts, I'm going to
Crikey. Crikey, he's talking about a sport. And they got in the water.
get behind the posts,
Rugby?
and I'm going to go like this.
Fly mad as a
Without my
quad
jacket.
snake.
showing off my jersey. Be like, yeah, it's in a fucking monsoon. I was talking to my buddy. The topic of the game got brought up. I was like, yeah, I was behind the goalpost holding out
That's Mitch right there.
my jacket, and he's like,
Oh,
wait,
Mitch.
that was you? There was someone there doing the flashing pose, and I'm like, wait, no, what? No, that's not what I was doing at all. I was showing off my jersey. And he goes, nah, man, it looks like you're being a pervert.
You're being a pervert.
Toxic, do you have anything to say to this?
I'm at a loss.
I'm at a loss.
I don't know what to contribute to this.
I'm wearing my commentary too shirt for this interview.
There you go. It's not an interview. It's a roast. There's a difference. An embarrassing.
Like I can sit in my chair.
Cuck kind of sounds like another YouTuber I watch, Clownfish TV. The wife.
Clownfish.
Yeah, Clownfish TV.
Clownfish.
If you watch any of their content, the wife sounds just like this woman.
Mm.
Same voice. I wonder if it's just a separate thing that they do. Probably not. Probably coincidence.
No, I never heard of them. It's probably a separate thing.
Yeah, Clownfish TV is this couple. It's a couple.
Mm-hmm.
It's a man and his wife, and they talk mostly political stuff having to do with the entertainment industry. So, like, as an example, I don't like Trump. I don't like any of the shit he's doing. I think Republicans are idiots. But I also can't stand the extremely far left stuff. I don't agree with how a lot of our movies have all this political messaging. I can't stand it. I'm tired of the quote unquote the message being inserted into everything, and it just kind of ruins the entertainment. So on the one hand, I hate far left politics. On the other hand, I can't stand how Republicans are. I can't stand people on the right. So that's why I'm a moderate. I'm a moderate because I don't like everything on either side. Like, I have issues.
Mm. So yeah, I did hear her Clownfish's wife. Yeah, she does kind of sound like K-Hook.
Yeah.
Do you know where they're from?
I don't know. I think maybe they're over. I don't know. I know they're here in the U.S. That's all I know. I don't know if they're in. I don't know if they're on the West Coast or the East Coast. I have no idea.
K-Hook's from Missouri, I think.
Yeah, I don't know where the Clownfish TV crew are from. I don't know. I just noticed that the wife and K-Hook sound very, very similar.
Yeah, they do. Oh, that'll be funny if I show her. About K-Hook. So, I just saw her randomly in Rich's chat over a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, and I just decided to go to her channel and see what she was all about. And the first stream she did, like I was just like listening to it for a bit, and I thought it was kind of interesting because just like it was like a few people talking to each other, and I didn't know what they were talking about at all. I think all I remember is that they were talking about this one locale on TikTok, but that's about it. And her very first stream, I don't think is available. I never asked her about it. I wonder if she still has it somewhere. But one time I just like decided to like chat and like say some funny stuff. And they just started saying hi, and they would say hi like every time they saw me in the stream. I felt
that's how you're supposed to do things. When you see somebody come in or whatnot, you say, "Hey, how you doing? You know, welcome to the stream," so on and so forth. I try to greet people when they come in. when I notice the chat. I mean, sometimes I kind of glance. I'll be busy with something and I'll glance over and I go, "Oh, hey, shit, hey, how's it going?"
Mm,
Because I won't notice at first. So I was like, "Hey, welcome." Things of that nature, you know.
yeah. Well, the thing is with her, like her channel isn't like even now it isn't that big, but like well,
Oh yeah, I
well
see.
her channel has grown. Uh,
Six
damn, I
hundred
forget.
and 83
Yep,
subscribers.
yep. Dude, when she got 500 subs, that was wild.
How'd she
That
get
was
them?
awesome. Yep.
Question is, how did she
Uh,
get them?
hmm
No, how did
She
she get?
technically had a community even before she started live streaming.
Oh, okay.
Like she was a known chatter from oh what's her name?
Let's see how much content she's put up.
Oh, quite a lot, quite a lot.
Well, I want to go back how far when she started. I'm gonna go down all the way. You know, why am I doing this? I could just reverse these and oldest first. A year ago? So she's been doing this like a year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like she was known in this other YouTube channel called I think it's Xylee something.
Dude, have you seen? Okay, so a year ago there was a
Uh-huh.
stream she did, and I don't know why they would get upset at you calling it cucked because she's literally making a joke of it with a thumbnail. Get cucked.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So,
but she didn't get upset. Her husband did.
oh,
But that's because he wasn't in on the joke.
oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cucked.
Mm-hmm.
Cucked. Yeah, I gotcha. So she's been at it for like a year. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Damn, that's fast.
Mm-hmm.
Almost
And
700 subs, man.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, wait, do you need 1,000 subscribers to be monetized?
Yeah.
But that's weird. She already is monetized. Isn't it 500 subscribers?
Well, maybe it
They
is.
had-
Maybe I just don't know how to do things, but I know getting to 1,000 means something too. You
Yeah.
get more you can do when you get to 1,000. I have 953.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
I'm almost there. I need like 47 subscribers. 47 and I'll be at 1,000. I know it opens up more. I just don't know how much more it opens up for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And I don't know. There's no point in it when I don't have enough people showing up. I mean, there's no one there right now. It says 0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Technically, YouTube isn't really that great for like streaming because like if you wanna grow your streaming, go to Twitch if you
I
can
don't
deal
go
with
to
it.
I yeah, that's why
Uh,
I don't want to go there because they censor too much.
really?
There's shit they don't really want you saying or talking about, words they don't want you to say. Like here I can get away with saying I'm a cracker. If I went
Really, you
if
can't say cracker on Twitch.
Yep, that is the equivalent of the N word. They won't let you do it. You'll get in
What if you're
trouble.
talking about crackers? Like
Actual
the
crackers, yeah,
food.
but like if you refer to yourself or anyone else as a cracker, yeah, you can't even refer to yourself
Mm,
as a cracker, which is stupid. I mean, I am a fucking cracker. I'm a white guy. Fucking white
mm,
guy in the middle of the fucking woods in Texas. I'm a fucking cracker. So I'm stating the
oh,
fucking obvious. I'm not really offended by the term, but apparently some people are, and that's why it's not allowed. But I just feel like it's overreaching. There's too much overreaching in Twitch. I don't like it. And I've
mhm,
been on Twitch. Well, not like I haven't done streams on Twitch. Well, no, I did long ago, but like I've watched Twitch streams and I've seen that it's really hard to get noticed there too. I don't think it matters where you stream.
mm.
I don't think it matters. It's hard to get noticed anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Uh, Yeah.
And part
I
of it
feel like. Mhm.
part of it is my fault because I don't do it enough. I don't do enough of anything anymore. I've kind of
Mm,
semi given up. And I do things when I feel like doing them. There will be weeks
mhm.
at a time I won't do anything because I just don't feel like being here. I don't feel like
Really.
I'm not in the right mindset and it's just not the right time.
Mm,
So and people can tell when you're into it, when you're
yeah.
enjoying yourself and when you're energetic and you're not horrible and you want to be there, they can tell that you want to be there. So, yeah,
Hmm.
part of the problem is I got to do more videos. Videos bring in people for streams. I just got to do more
Yeah.
videos. And for
Do
some
you
reason,
mind if I give you a little bit of criticism, some feedback?
criticism or advice. I see a dog.
Okay. Oh yeah, that is a dog. She hates it when I do that.
Oh,
But yeah, yeah, Shih Tzus do not like it when you blow on them.
mm,
But so okay, so one time I went on Kiwi Farms and I
mm.
looked up Review Tech USA and I saw that people were talking about Rich's dents, or I think they call them dents. And technically they you were one of the dents back then when they were talking about you. And they linked to a video about Rich's dents and you were in it. Uh technically you were defending Rich. I don't remember, but
I probably was defended him on something. I don't defend him all the time. If you notice, I bitch about him quite a lot. So,
mm, well, that was before the Rich and Jay drama.
oh, okay, yeah. Back then, I didn't think he was all that bad.
Mhm,
But then after the Rich and Jay drama, around that time is the time
mhm,
where he snapped at me on he snapped on me on Twitter too, by the way.
yeah.
He gave
Do you have that tweet, by the way? Can you find it?
between me and Jay,
Yeah.
probably not. It was from
Mm,
ways back. I really don't want to have to dig for it.
um,
What is it?
uh, I feel like it was last year. Uh, the clips was last year, I believe. I remember that day. I was trying to play Warzone. I don't really play Warzone though. But oh yeah, that video you were in was when what was what was the name of that guy? I think he had a nose ring. He's a white guy. He smokes pot. And when he used to be a fan of Rich, but now he isn't. That video was made back when he was a fan of Rich. Uh, but
I have no idea who.
it was this one guy that that he was like making videos on Rich, and Rich was getting really pissed off. It even got to the point where the dude's mom was messaging Rich for some reason. I have a clip of Rich getting pissed.
Oh,
It was funny.
is it the bald guy, skinny bald dude?
I think he's bald. He kind of looks like Cyrax.
Oh, it's not
Kind of.
Cyrax. I was gonna say I know
No,
Cyrax.
no. Yeah,
Oh,
Cyrax is really
the other
nice.
guy that smokes pot. He was I know who you're talking about. Did he wear
Mhm.
glasses?
No, he doesn't wear
Who
glasses.
the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. I thought maybe it was this other guy. I remember he had a few. There's a few people he's had some back and forths with.
Mm,
So I don't know who it would be.
yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't the quartering. Not him.
Not
Uh,
quarter pounder.
quarter pounder.
Yeah, the quarter pounder. I don't like the quartering either. Like I said,
Mm,
I'm not. I'm a little more neutral on the political spectrum. I don't.
uh-huh.
I don't. So it's like I can't stand any of the far left or the far right shit. There was I found a left wing grifter the other day. It was like you can be a grifter on either side
Mhm.
because her videos was this older blonde woman with glasses, and she didn't have a whole lot to say except to just throw insults. She didn't analyze anything really that was going. All she could do is just keep
Mhm.
saying insults about somebody. And I'm bad about that too, but I will go over why I have the insults I have and why I
Oh
feel the
yeah.
way I have. She doesn't really do that much. It's just constantly, Trump is an idiot. He is an absolute piece of crap. And it's just insult, insult, insult. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not an argument. That's not a case to be made. You're just throwing constant insults. And then she'll bring up something and she'll show a recording of something, but then it's right back to just more insults. I don't know, but I'm just saying there are left and right wing um people that do that.
Mm.
Grifters.
Oh,
Grifters.
so this is what I want to say. So when it comes to you, like I noticed like some things like you could be doing differently so that s- especially so that you can avoid like the hate you get. So I wish I could remember exactly what. Uh, so it'd be best if you don't crash out online, whether on Twitter or here on YouTube, because
Crash out.
people will definitely use that against you.
Crash
When
out.
like if you're feeling like you're getting emotional, please turn off the camera. It's not good for your image, like at all.
I don't
And
know. I come
yeah.
on here when I'm upset usually. Like
Oh.
because I don't have a therapist or anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always done that though. I've done that since my channel started.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's not a new thing for me. And it's like people said last night, they're just idiots that want to hate. And they're going to hate regardless. So,
Yeah, but if you're feeling good, you're not gonna care what people say. But if you're
oh,
feeling terrible, you are gonna care, and it is
even when
going
I
to offend
don't
you.
even when I don't care what they say, I still end up
Mm-hmm.
blocking people. If it's just really just out of what is the word I'm looking for here? Just out of principle, I will still block people. It's like you're being really horrible. I can see that you're being really horrible. That
Mm-hmm.
means you're going to be a problem later if I don't you block you. You're probably going to piss other people who come here. You're going to piss them off too, and that's not good for
Yeah.
my channel. I am just
I
going to
understand.
block you.
I understand blocking, but but if you're
Or
going to block
or
someone,
hiding,
please
I should
don't
say.
announce that you're gonna block them. In fact, just don't mention them at
I
all.
I
Don't
don't really announce anything. I'm just like
really.
last night I was just like yeah, okay.
Okay,
I didn't sit there going,
that makes
"You
sense.
are banned. Get your ass out of here." I'm not doing that. I'm not doing like Wings of Redemption and going, "Man, the son of a bitch, you just said that."
Mhm.
Ban
Ban Amber Heard's turd, please.
ban Hammer Hearst, please. Ban well hell, I've got you as a mod now. Yeah, no, it's like I don't know. I don't really announce anything. I just kind of like bye bye. I don't
Oh,
say a whole lot.
another thing I wanted to mention is that um so yeah, so even though how long have you been like streaming or making content here on YouTube?
I started with videos, so if I look at my actual like video, like my channel,
Mm-hmm.
I can look at the oldest video first, and then I can see when that was. 10 years ago. I've been here for like 10. I thought I'd
10
been here
years.
longer
Okay.
than 10 years. I was sure I'd been here longer than 10 years. Oh yeah, see, I had hair, and I had color to my
Uh-huh.
hair. You can see
Mm-hmm.
it 10 years ago. I was losing my hair, but I had color in my hair.
So how often have you been doing content?
I used to do it
These
way
10
more.
years.
I used to do it way more often, but I feel like part of the reason I don't do it as much now is because I've become more stressed. Outside sources have made me more stressed. And I don't have it in me. I've gotten sicker. I've gotten to where I'm in pain a lot more.
Yeah.
And there are times I just don't want to be in here. Oh yeah, see, 10 years ago when I would grow my beard out, it would be dark. And now I'm all gray. So,
Mm.
yeah, I've been here a while.
So instead of like put like streaming when you're upset, you can talk to me. Like I'm usually available. You can just
Yeah,
like talk to me whenever you have a problem.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. I
I'm probably the nicest person you've talked to in a while.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
I don't
mhm,
I didn't have anybody and I didn't think about it. So I would just kind of I would just come on and be like, I don't know who to talk
mhm.
to. And so I would just get on I would get
Yeah.
on
Uh, so the way I am is that I mean like I'm also kind of there. Like I don't really have like that many people I could talk to about my problems. I guess
Mhm.
the best person would be my dad. Uh, but I I couldn't imagine like losing him. But but so with me, like even if I'm feel having a pretty bad day, I just kind of keep it to myself because like people don't really seem to. I mean, they might care, but they don't know how to respond. They don't know how to like make me feel better, and so I just don't say anything. Like especially online, since anyone could like, especially since you have trolls. When you say online that you're depressed or like show even when you show any sort of vulnerability, like you're
I
most likely not going to receive any good words. Like I saw something that you wrote on your Twitter. Uh
oh yeah, I was miserable.
yeah, dude. Like I know you gotta talk to someone, but just saying that in public is not a good idea. In fact, I suggest that
You
you.
can't reach out for
Mhm.
help if you don't make it known. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
bottle this and hide it because I'm worried
Mhm.
about trolls. I don't feel like that's
Mhm.
the right way to go about it.
Okay.
Nobody can care if they don't know you're hurting. I feel like yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like that's the wrong way to go about it. I think it's better if I say something, somebody can maybe stop me if I decide to do
Mhm.
something, if I decide I want to do something really horrible to myself. It's just better
Mhm.
to let it be public, regardless of what kind of attention it pulls in, regardless of the ones who are going to start things with me. There's a block button for that. I can block people for, I'm not going to, you know, hide away or anything or hold it up inside just because I'm worried about the trolls. I don't think that's a way to live.
I just wouldn't like. I just I just wouldn't be vulnerable. I wouldn't try to be vulnerable in public, like online, be, because like
I get your
it,
concern and I get the criticism.
no, but listen, like there's a very low chance that like someone will support you, like very low. But there's also a very high chance that people are just going to make fun of you. That's just how the internet is, especially
Then
on how you look.
then
So if I'm feeling bad, I'm not going to risk getting more hate because that will just make my mental health worse.
no. If Here's the thing, if if they're that kind of person, I don't want them coming around anyways, and they probably wouldn't have come
Mhm.
around otherwise. So it's not hurting anything for me to just block them or ban them or whatever you want to call it, hide them. That's really what it is. You're just hiding them. They're still there. You just can't see them. Nobody else can see them.
A theory I have is that like even though like certain words or insults don't really bother you, I feel like they're still like in your head, like even a little bit. Like they might not make you pissed, but like they make you feel like even if it's just like a morsel of like anger, it will like it will like add up. Uh so yeah, I mean
Some of the
when I
things,
argue with people,
some of the
I'm
things
sorry,
that
what?
I was just gonna say, some of the things that people tell me is things that I'm already aware of. It's like saying that clouds are white and the sky is blue. It doesn't phase me, and all it does is it tells me that they don't belong here anyways. And that's just the way I see it. The other night when I was upset, I knew eventually somebody would show up and just talk to me, and they did. And the ones who were being shit, well, that thins out the herd. I don't want their support anyways. That's the way I see it. And as for it sitting in my head, not really. I honestly, you don't understand. I forget things people say. I don't remember anything anybody said last night. I remember at the time my reaction and what I did about it. I don't remember what they said. So it can't live in my head if I can't remember it.
I feel like it lives in your head subconsciously, even though you don't remember. Like it is. I mean, it might be minuscule, but if it just keeps happening over and over and over again, uh, like it adds up to your like to your mood. Though I do acknowledge that there are some pretty bad stuff happening in your life. So it might not matter. Another issue I wanted to bring up is that when you talk like that online, people don't see it as people see it as mental illness in itself.
It is mental
In fact,
illness.
yeah,
It is what
but
it is.
hmm but yeah, so people pick on us because we're different. We look different, we act different, we talk different.
So let them pick.
Mhm.
I don't really care. None of this stuff really bugs me that much.
The problem is that you can actually get closer to people if you act differently. So
If I
yeah,
can't be myself and I can't be genuine, I don't fucking
mhm,
want them. I don't care. I want nothing to do with them if I
mhm,
can't just be genuine. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend or swallow it or anything like that just so I can bring in people that I wouldn't want a fucking thing to do with to begin with. None of this shit really bugs me. If it means my channel doesn't grow, fine. I don't care. If it means people who have no empathy don't want anything to do with me, fine. They don't have empathy, they're terrible people. I don't want them around anyways. It doesn't really bug me that much. So it is what it is. I
are there
can't,
people that bug you? I mean, no. Are there people that you think are weird and you avoid?
not really.
No? You would hang out with anyone?
The only time I don't hang out with somebody is when I think they're treating me poorly.
Mm,
That's it.
mm,
I mean, the whole reason Ty isn't around anymore. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you were here for Ty,
mhm.
but Ty, I got tired of feeling mistreated by him and
Oh,
feeling disrespected. And so eventually it came to a boiling point, and then I didn't want anything to do with him anymore. But I talk to people that are unusual all the time. Your camera froze. Oh, there it goes.
oh,
It
yeah.
froze for a second there.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, so yeah. So I kind of I kind of had that mentality you have right now. So it was this one channel I was watching. It was called Think Before You Sleep. That said it pretty well. That it's not about not being yourself. It's more about like presenting yourself like you're still you. You but you can be a better you. There are aspects of your life that you do have control over. And when you make them better, people will like you. It's not that people are judgmental and they hate you. It's just that that's how all of us are. Like, even though you say like you could hang out with anyone, you still
Pretty
have
much.
like opinions about like there's still some people you don't like. Like for example, that guy that blasts his music. But for example, with him, if he just listened to his music at a volume
It's
that
not even.
didn't bother you, you
It's
could actually like and
it's
like
not.
maybe you could talk to him for a bit. I mean, I have a neighbor who's always drunk, but and I kind of don't like talking to him, but I can have a conversation with him just like you.
I've already tried just talking to the guy and having conversations. I've tried everything with this
Oh,
guy.
but
He's
that's what.
just really bad. He's not a good person. He's just a terrible person.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, it's not that black and white. It's pretty varied, you know. I
Well,
just
those types of people you can't really.
you can't
Uh,
reason with, you
yeah.
can't yeah. And it's not that it's loud. Like there's people around here who will turn up loud music. No, he has too much bass. He cranks that bass.
Oh,
It vibrates everything. It's a lot of booming and whatnot. And I keep hearing your dog.
yeah. She wants to get out of my room. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just for anybody watching, I'm tired of caring about how other people perceive me.
Okay. So, for example, with me. So, when I was in high school, I mean, most of my life, like, I'll be honest, I don't shower that often. Uh, like even when I was at school, I would shower once a week, and like, I didn't really like showering. Like even when I was a little kid, I didn't really like showering when I didn't want to. But that did like like people wouldn't be friends with me, because I stank most likely. So it wasn't because I was fat or because I was ugly. Uh, People usually don't really care about that. They care about how you smell, because if you smell bad, that that's a deal breaker. But that's not their fault. Like you should be smelling good. Like you should not be smelling bad, because even though you might deal with it, it's still it still means like you have poor mental health. It also means that you don't like yourself. It like and taking care of yourself means that you love yourself. And if you don't love yourself,
I really don't.
taking care of yourself will if you take care of yourself, you will love yourself.
Mm.
And yeah, and you can. Uh, what I'm trying to say is that like people don't like you because it's not that people don't like you. Well, if people don't like you, it's not that they're evil. It's just that we all have like instincts that are triggered when someone is different because of like
I feel like that's a
I
the,
guess
I feel that's a them problem, not a me problem.
I mean technically like
I mean, it is
I
a
mean,
them problem.
do you also have social anxiety?
I have a lot of anxiety. I have general anxiety, a
Okay.
general anxiety disorder. I was trying to
Did
say
you
is
mm,
when I was
did
in
you
when I was in school,
mhm,
my problem isn't that I didn't want to shower. I grew up in
oh,
poverty. We had no running water. I couldn't, and I showered when I could at school. So
oh,
no, my problem in school was I was not a very attractive person, period. It didn't matter if I took care of
mhm,
myself or not. And especially in high school, it was pretty devastating because you could see at that point in the late 90s, there was already this weird shift where there were a lot of women who thought they deserved more than they did. So, like,
mhm,
I remember there were a few girls I tried to approach. Keep in mind, these girls were not like, they were not amazing looking. They were kind of on my level, but
mhm,
they still thought that I was not good enough. They still thought they deserved the jock. They still deserved
okay.
something they probably would never have. And that was devastating for me. It's like you would really just have no one at all because you can't have what you want. That's pretty horrible. And that was my experience in high school. People just didn't want to have anything to do with me. And yeah, I had a lot of problems in high school too. I
You
struggled.
didn't have any friends in high school?
My friends were I had a few friends. Well, looking back, they weren't friends. They were horrible
Mm,
people. One of them especially, Billy Rodriguez. Billy Rodriguez was an asshole. I tried being his friend so many times. At one point, his mom literally stole from me, and he helped her. Yeah, like I said,
okay.
not a good guy, but there I was friends with the other misfits. I mean, that's how it was in high school. Misfits were for friends with each other. The problem came in with females, women, and young women, in when you were in high school, they're already forming this notion. Not all women are like this, I'm sure, but
Yeah,
there are women who form this notion in the head that they are way more deserving of something and way more owed of something than they are. And so you get these women who act pretty horrible. I'm not saying all women are like this, but there's a lot that are. And I feel
mhm,
like that started in high school. That started with probably something their parents were feeding them. That's why even now I tell people don't, if you have a daughter, you have any kids, don't, number one, don't tell them they're special. Tell them to be special, they have to work towards it. Don't tell them that they're special because that goes to their head. When they get out in the real world and they
yeah,
realize it, they can't handle it. Don't call your daughters angels and princesses. Don't do that. That goes to their head too. That literally makes them feel like they're worthy of royalty. And they're not. Not every woman on this planet is going to get with a banker or a rich doctor. That's not
yeah,
going to happen. There's only so many of those kind of people in the world, and they're not likely to end up with that kind of person. And it's not right to shut other people out who would probably treat them really well just because they feel like they were deserved of something because of stuff that was filled in their head. Again, this is not all women, but in my experiences, I've seen them, and there's quite a few of them that are like this. And a lot of them get very vindictive when they realize the kind of man that they want in their life that they're not going to get. Then they just start to hate men in general because they can't get their way. They're basically throwing a social fit of a way. So then at that point, all men are scum. All men are terrible. I can't find the man that I feel like I deserve to be with. And it's usually, like I said, it started with stuff that was filled into their heads when they were younger. And I've seen this with guys too. It's not just women. I've
oh,
seen that. That's why I'm saying there's a lot of people that we have this generation and hell, even the last generation, they were just fed the wrong stuff into their
yeah.
heads by their parents and their upbringing. That's why they're as messed up as they are.
To be honest, men in general are more narcissistic than women. Uh, on average, I mean, I myself have some narcissistic traits. Like, I forget what they are, but like, I mean, also because like, uh, also because well, going back to what you were saying, to be honest, I mean, the last time I remember like women being crappy to me was in elementary school. Like I remember this one girl, that was very nasty to me. She would steal my stuff, like she would call me names. One time she
Okay,
called me an ogre.
when women
Yeah.
when girls are that young, sometimes they'll be mean when they like you when they're that
Mm,
young. There was a girl that liked me and I didn't pick up on it right away, but she would just randomly slug me. And I thought she hated me, but no, she hit
oh,
me because she liked me. She just didn't know how to express it.
yeah,
And at that age,
yeah,
sometimes that's just how it is. As they get older, though, it's a little different. Women stop. I think it's because women are taught that men are supposed to pursue them, and
yeah.
I don't think it matters. I think it is whoever. If the guy's not going to come to you first, you go to them. If you're interested in them, go to them.
Mm,
And a lot of men nowadays are being told that, that it's wrong to approach a lot of women. So of course they're going to back up, give space, not, pursue, let the women do it.
mhm.
But then you get then I've seen just situations where women get bent out of shape because they're not being approached. But you can blame to those women, I say you can blame the other women who get on the men for doing it. If there weren't women getting on the men, it wouldn't make men just back away and second guess themselves. I feel like that's part of the problem.
Okay. Yeah. So going back to what I was trying to say, is that we all have standards for other people. I mean, we all have like our like preferences, but we all have like barriers. Like for other people. For example, with me, I'm not gonna talk to people who look like they do drugs.
Hmm.
Uh,
Do I look like I do?
that's just a red flag for me. I
Do
don't do that.
do I look like I do
Um,
drugs?
no,
I look like I just need to fucking shave, and I ain't done it in a while. Uh,
no. I
that's
mean,
that's what I
no.
was saying about that guy here. You can look at him and tell he does drugs. He is a mess. And when you talk to him, you just kind of pick up on the cues, and you're like, yeah, this guy's messed up big time. So,
Yeah. To be honest, uh you should find a way to take him to court. It's not like he can afford a lawyer or anything.
um,
And you will definitely have the upper edge in court. Like the judge will definitely favor you.
I don't know if there's anything they can do about it. They would need some kind of evidence. That's what I'm working on. I got to get some
Mhm.
recording equipment
Yeah,
to record all the stuff he does. I have to,
recording equipment.
yeah, not just audio wise. Like I need to set up cameras by the roads to show when
Hmm.
he starts driving around acting like an idiot. Like there just has
Okay.
to be solid proof of his actions for anybody to
Yeah,
do anything.
that will help out a lot.
And
Like,
I've got
yeah,
nothing right now.
what I was trying to say is that like like other people are gonna have standards for you, and it's not that they're and but that's not a bad thing. That's actually good because you're supposed to have high standards for yourself, and if you're not meeting those standards, like people like you don't deserve like attention from other people. And but that's a good thing because if you set good standards for yourself, that means you're attractive.
Mm.
When you're not attractive, you don't have any standards for yourself. But when you reach those standards, like you shower daily, you shave, uh, you like have good fashion sense, people will like if you when you talk to people, they're not going to be turned up like they're not gonna look at you bad. And even now, like how you are now, you're not ugly. You do, I mean, to be honest, like you could do something with your eyebrows. I mean, I do like I get hairs here. I just pluck them.
That's what
It does
I
kind of
did.
hurt,
I
but
plucked mine
like,
too. Like, I didn't think they were
mm,
that bad right now. I don't think they're
I
that
don't
bad
have
right
you
now.
on camera. Uh,
I
but
don't
yeah,
know.
sometimes like you're. I think it's because you like brush them upwards. Uh, I brush them down, or to the side.
See if
Wait,
that
are you still
works.
there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Like something's happening here on Discord.
Yeah, I'm trying to use my camera,
Oh,
but I don't
okay.
think I can use it with at the same time I'm using OBS. I don't know. Maybe
Mm.
it's not doing anything though. It's not working.
But yeah, do you brush your eyebrows upwards?
No, they form that
No.
way naturally.
Mm.
If
Huh.
I and they're not that bad right now actually. If I let them go, you'll see how bad they get. I actually trim my
Mm.
eyebrows and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, like you think they look bad, but they're not that bad. You haven't seen them
Mm.
because they'll get grown out way up like an owl, like really bad, really bushy and everything, like really bad. They're just kind of thick right now, but that's me normally. Like
Mm.
that's after trimming them.
The problem with my eyebrows is that they're kind of like I mean, one is like going down here, and the other one, I mean, you can see it here. They don't look that bad here.
No,
Like this here was my fault because I trimmed it too much.
yeah,
But
I have to trim mine too.
this one is kind of like going like it's a bit higher than this one. So I do sometimes feel bad for that, but it's whatever. Uh, one thing you can do, like when you're online, like streaming or where you're out in public,
Mhm.
think to yourself, I'm the best looking person here. That person kind of looks good, like he has like nice strip and stuff, but I look better than him. I look good.
We're calling it drip now.
Yeah.
I'm old. I don't remember calling it drip. Drip. Jesus Christ, the language nowadays. Kids have such weird, bizarre language stuff nowadays. God, I miss the 80s. I really miss the 80s.
Wait, is it what about draws? Wait, is that just underwear or is it also clothing?
Drawers?
Draws.
Drawers. The
Drawers.
drawers. It's actually pronounced drawers.
Drawers? I didn't know that.
Draws is like a inner city way of saying it. Like it's not pronounced jaws, it's pronounced drawers. Almost like drawers that you pull out
Drawers.
on your cabinet. Yeah, but it's drawers. Yeah, I don't know why people will be pronouncing it that way. Another word that people like to use is trousers.
What?
Trousers. Trousers. Knickers.
Trousers? Isn't that
Trousers,
pants?
knickers. It can mean you're under knickers
Oh.
especially. And I'm not saying the other word. I'm saying Nikker, not Ni yeah, or
Mm-hmm.
Nicker.
Yeah.
Knickers, undies.
Dude, I, I don't think you should say that. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I feel like someone would clip that out of context.
Yeah, I know. Not. It's British slang actually. People in the UK
Yeah,
say that.
yeah.
You get your knickers in it. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, well, there was literally a Medea movie. Was it Medea Family Reunion or something? I can't remember. And it had this Irish. It's basically the Irish version of Medea. Showed up and was talk looked at him and goes because they were like the grandparents to this one kid. He was part Irish and part black, and he was marrying into the family, Medea's family, and so they showed up, and it was his aunt and his uh like grandmother or something like that, and she's Irish and whatnot, and they're all just looking at her, and she goes, I can't remember her exact words. Like I said, I struggle to remember lines, But she says, you look like you got your knickers in a bunch. And they all got offended because they're all black. And they were like, they all went off. It was like, what did I say? I didn't mean to offend. It was like, knickers, not the other. Not with the G. She's talking about underwear. And I wish I'd been, if that was real life and I'd been standing there, I would have like, she's talking about your underwear. She's talking about your jaws. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, I like Medea movies.
I haven't seen that many.
Pretty much, I'm sad. I've seen all of them. I don't know why I like Medea movies so much, but I like Medea movies. You know, everybody's like,
no, go ahead.
I was like, those are, I've seen people around here are like, those are movies for black people, and I'm like, no, they ain't. Why? Because the cast is primarily black. Shut the fuck up. There ain't nothing wrong with Medea movies. They're good movies. Shut up. It is.
You ever watch what's it called? The Boondocks.
Oh yeah, I used to love Boondocks. Uncle Raucus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Raucus. No relation. I can't quote anything he says. He says the N-word so much. I want to do an impression, but if I do an impression, I'll end up saying some of the shit he says, and then I will have people wanting to whoop my ass. God damn, that is. But yeah, Uncle Raucus. No relation. I got vitiligo. Michael Jackson had vitiligo. I got vitiligo because he thinks he's supposed to be a white man and he turned black.
Oh, you remember that ghost that would possess people, and it would be like this crotchety old man.
Oh, Nyaka. he just kept having all these weird pronunciations of the N-word, and he goes, "What's good, Naka? What's real good?" I know who you're talking about. He possessed the neighbor at one point, the black guy who kind of acts a little white. He possessed the hell out of him at one point. I want like to have sex with you. I remember all that. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He was an asshole. He was mad. I think Granddad basically killed him at one point.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
They were trying to have a fight, but he killed him.
Yeah, he knocked the shit from him and killed him. And he
Deservedly so.
stink wiener or stink something? Stink meaner.
Stink meaner.
Yeah, stink meaner. There we go. Stink meaner. Yeah, I remember that. What's good, Nyaka? Hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying that. That's not even the right. Like, that's not even the right.
I'm sorry. My melanin isn't that dark. I can't give you the pass. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. You ain't got that much melanin. You know what? I think people realize I'm just kind of, hopefully they realize that I'm just quoting the guy, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he talked.
To be honest, I think everyone, this is what I realized. So the reason why, technically, Mexicans can say the N-word. It depends on the person, but they really don't like it when when white people say it.
I don't think anybody should say it.
No, I think everyone should say it.
Oh,
Just
I'm the opposite. The reason I feel like that is I'm like, if it's that bad of a word, then no one should say it. You should, just because you look a certain way. If it's that vile of a word, doesn't mean you should be allowed to say it just because of how you look. That's racism in and of itself. Trying to say,
but it's not just how people look; it's also how they sound. Because when white people say the N-word,
oh yeah, they hit it with a hard R.
Yeah, but when white people just say it with the soft A, it still kind of sounds like they're saying it with a hard R. it's an accent problem
Really?
with white people.
I think it's a
White people in general like have a hard time sounding cool when they're trying to talk black. It yeah, it's mostly because of the accent. So I understand
well,
it.
there's
Like,
different accents though. Are you
yeah,
talking about southern accents? Because I know southern accents. They I don't think they care. They would say it with the R, especially the racist motherfuckers.
I think it's the Midwestern accent
Oh
that have a
God,
hard time. Yeah, yeah.
Midwestern. You mean like Boston? You know, people up there talk about
Boston?
going to. I don't know. They sound a little weird. Going to the farm. We got to get in the car. Go to the farm.
I see the problem there. I see the
Yeah,
problem there.
that I can only imagine how that would sound. Oh my God. Yeah, but that's how they talk. Like anything. What is it? So instead of farm, it's farm. Instead of the car, it's car. I think it's usually when there's an AR next to each other, it ends up being a ah. The
Oh
car.
yeah.
Going to the farm. Gonna pick some I don't know. Gonna go to the farm, get some cats. I don't know. They talk weird. They're funny. Their Boston accent is weird.
Speaking of accents, oh wait, before that, like I remember this other episode of the Boondocks. It was with they had Chris Anson. It was just the one
Oh
guy. I forget
God.
his name, but the guy.
Okay, what's yeah? This was the black dude. He's like, but I wants to fuck you. I want your booty. One of his. I know who you're fixing to talk about.
Listen here, I likes you
Yeah.
and I wants you. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours.
Yeah.
I'm a warrior.
They were doing a parody of that guy who was in prison. It was what was what was it? I can't remember he did say something about the warrior though, didn't he? And he had this whole
Oh, the booty warrior.
yeah, the
That's
booty
the
warrior. And at one point he was talking about how he got all these young kids coming in letting the pants drop down past their ass and everything, and he talked about how it was like in an invitation and everything. Like, yeah, because it was
Oh
something they came up with in prison. It is an
yeah.
invitation. It's not a style. It's not something you should be proud of, which I think slowly we're seeing
Oh
people slowly we're
yeah.
slowly seeing that phase out, which is for the best. Because I feel like people who it's not that you're black. I guess what I try to tell people, it's like it's not that you're black. It's that you're the way you're dressing and letting your clothes hang off of you just makes you look like you don't give a shit about yourself. Kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah.
When I see somebody just
Yeah.
letting their pants just drop down past their ass, it's like they have no self-respect.
Well, to like the people who do that, they think it's cool.
It's not cool. It makes you look like you have no
Yeah,
self-respect.
it's not. Yeah.
That's why it's like,
Mhm.
dude, stop. Just stop doing that, man. It's not a black culture thing. It's an ignorant thing. Stop doing it. It doesn't make you look
Mhm.
good. And of course, we're slowly not seeing it as much anymore. What's sad is we're seeing more white people do it. Why? Why? Jesus.
Is it because of Eminem?
No, I don't think
No.
so, because he don't do it that much. Do you know who does that more?
Who?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber?
Yeah, Justin Bieber at one point. Okay, he looked real like quote unquote cute at one point, but then later on he
Yeah.
tried to look more and more trashy and like
Well, yeah, because he was overcompensating because like he has to like he's
it's a
like his
white
audience.
boy.
He grew up and his audience grew up, so he's overcompensating.
Yeah, I feel like he went about it the wrong way completely. Like, yeah, that's not
Yeah.
how you do that. I don't think that's the way you should go about it. I don't think so.
Oh, he also wears a very big suit.
I don't
Like
know
a
what he's
very
doing
big
now. At one
sports
point
jacket.
he was though. At one point he was so. Let's see. Justin Bieber. The Beeb. Ugh, he looks horrible now.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, he looks like shit. Dude, just shave the fucking mustache and comb your hair again. You looked cool in the early 2000s. Now you look like shit. And it isn't your age, dude. It's just Jesus Christ. It's because he's, like I said, he's trying to be more like black kind of yeah.
He's trying to be ghetto.
I mean, he's trying to be ghetto and he looks like shit. Justin Bieber is hang on. An eclectic pop star whose hits, eclectic pop star. I don't even
What
know.
does eclectic mean?
I don't know. Eclectic.
That sounds like a pretentious word.
It
What
does.
appears to be the
Eclectic.
best from various styles.
Eclectic, deriving ideas and tastes from a broad and diverse range of sources. In other words, it's from all over the place. It's not focused. It's eclectic. He's an eclectic pop star whose hits as a headliner and featured artists span R&B inspired pop, tropic house, reggaeton. I don't know what that is. Is it reggae?
Reggaeton. Yeah, reggae.
And contemporary country. The fuck's he doing singing country music? He ain't a country star. What the fuck? The singer and songwriter became a global phenomenon with his effervescent debut. What is EP? I don't know what they.
What is it with these words?
I know, right? My World in 2009, and he issued My World 2.0 in 2010. What? Featuring their albums. That's what it sounds like, an album. Featuring the song Baby and Believe. Oh yeah, I remember that was so annoying. Baby. Oh God. He's an obnoxious turd. I think that's why he's trying to change. I think he realized a lot of people thought he was obnoxious and annoying.
At least he's not doing what JoJo Siwa was doing.
Who?
Miley Cyrus. JoJo Siwa.
Who's that?
Like she was a kid star, but now she's all like edgy and lesbian.
Say her name again?
JoJo Siwa.
JoJo. Okay, JoJo. Okay, yeah, JoJo. Why the fuck do you have the name JoJo? I associate that with an anime, you dumb bitch. You ain't part of his bizarre adventure. You need to quit.
In middle school, they would call me JoJo.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was annoying, but I don't care anymore.
JoJo is when you
I would get so pissed.
If the letters J-O are in your name somewhere in your first name and somewhere in your last name, they call you JoJo. So.
Oh, but the thing is, it wasn't.
It's not it. Why would they call you JoJo? That don't make any sense.
Just to mess with me.
That's they're just being
because
dicks.
It was funny when I got pissed.
I know in the actual anime, the JoJos, they all have that name because it's almost like a nickname for every generation. It starts off, so the first one is Joseph Joestar, so it's JoJo. But then eventually it becomes the last Joestar that was a Joestar was Josephine Kujo. But because the letters J-O and J-O were in her first and last name, she's a JoJo. That's how they rationalize it, I guess. I don't know. That's how they explain it.
The only ones I remember are Giovanni and Jotaro, but I didn't really watch JoJo. My sister watched the first season of JoJo.
I watched every episode so far. Oh. I watched all of it. I sat and I watched all of it religiously. So
is it a good anime?
I think so. It kind of dips a bit around Giovanni. I don't really like Giovanni. It dips around Giovanni, and it's kind of when they switch gears to that Japanese island or town or whatever. It feels like it dips, especially the intro theme. It just kind of dips. Like the first 3 seasons are great. The first 3 series, like the first JoJo, the second one. And then the third one, the something star something. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Joestar.
No. It had a what was the season 3? Hang on, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure season 3. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure season 3 was called Stardust Crusaders. That's the third season. It's the third series. It's not really seasons because every series that's part of a whole has a few seasons. So, but my favorite, I like the first three seasons, and I kind of like the last season or series or whatever. But I didn't really like the one with what was it? Was it the fourth one? I think it was the fourth one where it switched to that one. He was Japanese. He had the pompadour. It's what a pompadour is, that hairstyle that sticks way out in front. Yeah, I didn't care for that one. I didn't care for Giovanni. But the rest of them I liked, and I love the first three. And I think the only reason I love the first three so much is because the JoJos initially were very muscular. They were very built.
And
especially
Jotaro's huge.
Yeah, but that was partly, I guess, just the art style of the time that he was going with. Like the artist that made the books that these are based on, his art style evolved over time. It changed.
Yeah.
And I think he went from drawing these bulked up, strong, powerful looking characters and slowly just toned it down.
Oh, that's kind of like the opposite to what I mean. And it depends because they're basing it off of his manga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still just kind of prefer how built the guys were in the first one. Like, they look cool like that. They look powerful. They look intimidating. And then it just kind of, meh. So after the third season, I'm like, or third series, I'm like, I started to feel less about it. Plus, the music got bad to me. Like with series 4 or season 4, however you want to say it. I hated the intro theme. It was so terrible. And is somebody talking?
Yeah, I do know some of the music. Some of the music is actually pretty good, even though I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I love the first three series is great, and then of course the last one's great. But I think that's because I love rock a lot. I love rock music a lot.
Oh.
There's a lot of rock going on.
Yeah, rock is good.
I like rock. But the one with it's kind of like disco. Season 4 is like almost like disco sounding music or something. It's weird. I don't know if I can play any of it. I kind of want to play some of it. But yeah, and then by the time they got to Jolene Cujo, it went back to rock, and I love that. And it just so I kind of like her season. I don't like how her season or series or whatever. I don't like how that ends. It ends. I don't know if you've seen. I won't spoil it for you, but I hate how it ends. Just in case you ever decide to see it, I just can't stand it. It's bad. But there's supposed to be another season coming up after her, because oh god, I don't want to spoil it for you. I won't spoil it for you, but yeah, there's gonna be more, but it takes an unusual turn. I'll say that. Yeah.
What other?
The next one that's coming up, and they're already working on it, or they've been working on it, is Still Ball Run.
Still Ball Run.
Yeah.
Oh, is that another season?
Yeah. Because, and I won't say why. You will have to watch to find out why. The world and the timeline reset. I won't say why. Really? I won't say what caused it. But everyone that was a JoJo is no longer a JoJo in the original, because that original timeline is over. So that all came to basically an end. So now there's a new line of JoJos in the new season because the world started over. Again, I won't tell you how it started over or why it started over because that would be spoiling it. Just that I can't tell you, I have to kind of tell you that it started, the world reset itself in order to tell you that about the new.
Yeah, that's fine. I hope that happens to Attack on Titan because like everyone lost their powers when the series finished.
I haven't watched that. It got so weird and creepy. I couldn't stand to watch it.
Oh yeah, I understand.
The entire time I was watching it, I kept thinking, and I know this is stupid. I kept thinking, I wish somebody like Superman would show up. He'd have this cleared up in a jiffy. I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate everything about this. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because it's like a tragedy.
Tragedy. People just fucking. There were people literally being turned into Titans. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the Titans were people that got turned into Titans. It was because the Titans were basically wiped out at one point, apparently. And the only reason there's Titans again is because that they were people. I think maybe not all
Yeah.
of them, but it's just ugh.
No, all the Titans are people.
Oh, they
Yeah.
are. They became Titans. They were transformed into Titans, weren't they?
Mhm. Yeah.
What was that about? Was it like a population control thing or something? What's going on?
It's like no, it's racism basically, genocide. Well,
Racism.
racism. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. All the Titans are these people. I forget what they're called, but there's these people that live in like these ghettos. Like it's a very big Jewish allegory, Nazis and Jews allegory.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and the people that they transform are kind of like the Jews. They live in poverty, and and they're very mistreated, and they like when they turn them into Titans when they commit a crime. Yeah, they even use them in war. Yeah, but yeah, all the Titans are people, and I do understand why. Wait, what season was this? Season 4 that he didn't like? Because I would understand that.
I didn't like it after the first few episodes. After you started the
First few
season,
episodes.
I didn't like. I tried watching. I watched some of the first season, and I just couldn't. Oh, it was just. Oh, I mean, you could just. Oh, I don't know. It didn't sit with me. It just didn't sit with me. It wasn't my kind of anime. Yeah, so if you want to spoil the fuck out of it, go ahead. I don't care. I don't care. You can spoil it for me. I don't care. I'm never gonna watch it.
No?
Never gonna finish it.
Dude, like if you just watched a few episodes, if you try to finish the first season, I think you're good. Because it's good. It's generally a good show. Yeah, it's creepy, but there's positives to it. Like the writing, the story, the voice acting, the art is phenomenal. And the main character, Aaron Yeager, like it's kind of like there's parallels to Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars.
Okay.
Like
that's weird.
Yeah, and if you watch the whole show, you're like if you try to watch it again, you realize like it kind of feels like you see details you didn't notice before. So for example, there's like in season 2, I believe, or 3, there's traders. So for example, like so there's like different kinds of Titans. The Titans, like the special types, like the very tall one with the red skin.
Oh yeah.
And the armored one. They're people, and they're hiding in like within the walls as friends of the main characters.
Oh yeah, I knew about that much.
Yeah.
Like I said, I seen a bit of it, but it's just like as it just got worse and worse, and I just couldn't watch anymore. I'm more into comedies. Way more into comedy, yeah. I'm more into. I got into JoJo because I don't know. They're like superhero films. I also like superhero stuff. I don't feel that way about Attack on Titan. I can't. I don't feel that way. Attack on Titan is like more of a drama and tragedy. Like you said, it's a tragedy. I don't like tragedies. I hate tragedies. I absolutely have an absolute disdain for tragedies, and that's why I didn't like it.
I mean, at least the show has a very good ending. Like a very good ending.
Okay, how's it end? Go ahead and tell me. I'm not going to watch it. You can spoil the hell out of it unless you don't want to spoil it for anybody watching, which is fine. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Like I will say, like as bad as all the things that happen in the show, uh, like it all pays off. Like
I got
you're
to the
not
I got to
you're
the
not.
I was gonna say
Go
I
ahead.
got to the point where we realized that that one dude could turn into a Titan, and he started fighting back. And I got to the part where they went
Oh,
outside the walls, and they were hunting and fighting them, and there was one they kind of captured, and it was weird, and they were trying to communicate with it, and there was like a shed or a not a shed but like a cabin
oh,
that point, and they were trying to study and figure stuff out with them. That's where I got.
uh, did they did 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 the Titans that they captured were they killed off yet?
I don't know. I just they were alive. No, they captured one alive. They had one alive,
Mm.
and they were trying to study it, figure out what it was or something. I can't
Oh,
remember. Yeah, and they were out
do you
outside
remember
the.
if there was a female Titan?
Yes, there was. Yes, at one point. 'Cause like I
Oh,
said, this was not in the city. This was out in like the forests and whatnot. And it was away from the city and everything, the main city and kingdom or whatever.
the female Titan is is among them.
Yeah,
Like it's a human that can. It's a human. A
just like what's
human.
his face.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I got that
and
far.
wait, wait. What do you mean?
That's how far I got though, is what I'm saying, is I got to that part
Oh,
where
okay.
they had captured one that was still alive, and it was sitting there, and I think they had it tied down or something, and they were trying to
Mm.
communicate with it and whatnot. And like I said, they were in like a cabin or something. They were not in the city. That's how far along I got. That was the last spot I was at. After that, I don't know. It just
Oh,
got too crooked. It got too weird. It got too disturbing. I just couldn't do it anymore.
yeah.
It's like this is just ugh.
Hmm. You kind of left off before right before like it got good because like during the first three seasons like what's so good about it is when you find out who the Titans are.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh, like I remember like when like the other two Titans revealed themselves, like they did it so nonchalant. No, they did it so nonchalantly. Like hi, I'm the Titan. My friend here is also a Titan. And I was like, wait, what? It's that what? Okay.
So they just said it.
Yeah,
They just was like, yeah, we're Titans.
yeah.
Why are you just telling them? Why were they just telling them?
Hmm.
No, why though? Why were they just telling them?
Oh, they were trying to get the main character on their side.
Oh, a Jaeger?
Yeah. Hmm.
I think that was his name, Jaeger.
Yeah. Aaron Yeager.
Aaron
Yeah.
Jaeger, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Yeager becomes a bad guy. Like a really bad guy.
What the
Uh
fuck?
yeah. Like if you notice in this like when you watch the show again, you realize that this kid is not normal. He's aloof, he's very vindictive, and like he kind of reminds me of Anakin Skywalker in episode 2 when he kills the sand people and he says like I killed them, every single one of them, but not just the men, the women and the children too. He's kind of like that, but with the Titans. Oh, oh, hold on, give me a moment.
Okay.
So yeah, he does some pretty nasty stuff, like in the later seasons. Uh, to be honest, uh, even then he's kind of redeemed in the very last episode. The last two episodes are movies. I kind of don't like that, but at least they were very well made movies. I even like grew out my hair to make me look like the main character. Literally, main character.
So you're a
main character
little
syndrome.
you're a little obsessed with that anime, aren't you? Just a little bit.
Oh, it's amazing.
Trying to remember, what have I been watching lately? Oh, I watched through Konosuba. I love Konosuba, and I wish they would make more. Like, we need another season. I love that. It's a good comedy. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I love hilarious shit. It's a little fan servicey, but
yeah.
But I love it. It's fucking hilarious. I don't know if we're ever gonna
What's
get more episodes. I also watched Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone. Oh, I heard of Dr. Stone.
Watch
It's
Dr.
like
Stone.
science.
Yeah, it's not based in any magic or anything. It's slightly science fictiony, but it's really just a post-apocalyptic.
Have you watched Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah, I watched the original. Yeah, I think there was like two versions of the series, right? Like it rebooted. Yeah, so yeah, I've watched both of those.
Yeah, me too. What's another funny anime?
I wouldn't really say that anime was all that funny. I mean, it had a lot of serious stuff going on. A lot of drama and whatnot going on in that. A lot of yeah. I watched a lot of 90s and 80s anime. Yeah,
Have you watched Evangelion?
Yeah, I watched Evangelion.
Oh.
Which growing up I kept calling it Evangelion because well, here's why. We have in real life evangelicals.
Yes.
So when I see the word you see that word, I can't help but want to pronounce it evangelical or evangelion. I don't want to pronounce it Evangelion. Even if that's how it's supposed to be, I'm so used to saying saying evangelicals and so on and so forth. Fire Force.
That makes sense. I think even when even Robin Williams called it Evangelion.
Yeah, he did. Dakota Lee is asking your thoughts on Fire Force. Is that an anime?
Fire Horse. I haven't seen. I don't know about that one.
Fire Force. I didn't even know there was an anime called Fire Force.
Oh, Fire Force?
Yeah, Fire Force. Yeah, Fire Force.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I've seen clips of it. It's okay.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't been paying attention. Whatever's on Crunchyroll, and right now I was watching Dragon Ball Daima, but I'm at the point where they don't have episodes dubbed, and I stopped there because I prefer it dubbed. I just prefer it dubbed. I know a lot of people don't like dub, but I like dubs. So when it got to the point where they didn't have episodes dubbed, I stopped. I was like, maybe they'll dub the rest of these. I don't want to watch it till they get them dubbed. So I'm waiting. I don't know anything about Fire Force. I was watching.
Fire Force they're like firefighters, but they have fire powers.
Oh, that's unusual.
Yeah.
I think I just started watching Magi.
Magi.
Yeah, Magi. What is it called?
Magi Nation.
Something of the magic. The Labyrinth of the Magic, or the Labyrinth of the Mage, something like that. That's on Netflix. It might be on Crunchyroll too. I don't know. I was gonna watch something called Yaiba, but it's not dubbed. It's just subtitled. It's on Netflix. Oh man, they're getting rid of the Batman's going.
Wait, I think I've told you before. Have you watched the four Evangelion movies?
I haven't watched that in a long time. So I might have. Like I said, I watched Evangelion when it was like new, like a long time ago.
Mm,
So
in the 90s.
yeah. So it's been so long, I don't know if I could tell you anything. I don't know if I could say anything.
I recommend watching it again.
Okay.
Like
Did they
it speaks to me even
I won't I
even
won't
and even because of like our how the world is today, it was like
I
it'll
wanna
leave
know.
an impact even for you. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a very special show. It can get very dark though, but
Yeah, I watched
yeah.
it. It's there's like the dude who takes like he can drive a mech, but it's usually women.
Uh, what?
Is that am I wrong? There's
No,
mechs.
yeah. There's mechs and only children can drive it.
Oh, only children. I thought it was only females. Oh, okay.
No,
My bad. I'm
and
looking at images from Fire Force. It looks like it might actually be good. It might be something I want to watch.
oh, the action is very good.
Yeah, that
Oh, have you seen what's it called? Jujutsu Kaisen.
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen that one.
That one's pretty good. So is Demon Slayer.
I don't
Demon
know.
Slayer is beautiful. Like it,
I don't think
the
I've
acting scenes are
seen it.
so well made.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one either. Trying to remember everything I've watched so far on like Crunchyroll and like Netflix. Usually, if there's not a dub, I don't watch it. I want to watch because I never got to. I think it's on Crunchyroll. We and my
Mhm.
brother put Crunchyroll on my Google Chrome in the living room. I need to sit there and watch. I didn't see Dragon Ball Super. I need to watch that.
I've never watched Dragon Ball.
I
I think
watched.
I watched a few episodes of it when I was a kid, back when it was on uh for kids. I watched a few episodes of the Goku and Frieza fight, but that's it.
I watched the original Dragon Ball from a long time ago,
Uh-huh.
where he's a kid,
Yeah.
and then I watched all of Dragon Ball Z, all of Dragon Ball GT. But then after the Dragon Ball GT, I kind of dipped out, and then new shows came out, and I didn't watch them. And so I just got back into Dragon Ball, and I feel like Daima's way better than anything up to this point. Like it's not just them sitting there going "Ah," all the time. Yeah, it's not where what is this you sent me?
It's a link to a free anime website. There's no ads, literally none.
Anna Crush? Mm,
Yep. I'm also sending a link for catflix.su. Free
Catholics.
movies. No ads. Also no ads.
I didn't know
I
anything
think.
about this. You
No
know,
pop-ups at least.
you know what's funny is
Pop-ups are annoying.
my brother is
What?
probably familiar with this stuff. He
Hmm.
probably has it already.
Do you pirate any games?
Do I what?
Like, do you pirate any
I
games?
don't pirate games, no. I mean, old games, I've got ROMs of old games, but like nothing new. I don't pirate new games.
If you go, I think,
You sure you want to talk about how to pirate games here? I don't think that's a good idea.
is it illegal?
Pirating a game is illegal, yes. That's why it's
Oh,
called pirating. You don't want to
I mean,
pirate, it's illegal. It's an illegal
oh,
thing. If you
but that's
do,
if they catch you.
yeah, but you don't want to broadcast it. You don't want to
Or
broadcast it.
broadcast it.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
I mean, there's videos about pirating on YouTube that are very popular.
No, but those are those channels. That's not my channel.
Okay.
I don't want to potentially get in trouble. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm
Mm.
trying to avoid getting in trouble.
Okay, let's see. Let me report you.
What? I'm not.
I'm kidding. I just want report you for violence. Report you for sexual content.
Not.
Misinformation. You're lying to me. You threatened me. Uh, legal issue. Maybe I don't know. I don't freaking know. But let's report Rich. Let's see. Let's see what pops
You
up.
don't need to report Rich. The hell is he doing?
I just want to see if you can report someone for piracy.
But I'm not the guy to be jealous of.
I put him on real quick
Like
just to
this
see.
motherfucker should make as much in like probably a week as I make in a year on this platform. Like Moist Critical probably makes it as like it.
So it's more drama. Every time I tune into him, that's the other thing. There's a lot of drama, and I'm like, I don't care about this. Plus, his audio's kind of low to me for some reason. I have to crank things up to really hear him. And what's funny is anything he's watching, I can hear clearly. So, like, if he's watching a video or something and it's playing, I can hear that clearly. But yeah, he's doing more of the drama, sort of talking about other YouTubers again. Oh, this YouTuber's terrible. Oh, they're like, he likes to find a target basically, and he likes to zone in on them and point out their flaws and talk about them, discuss them. And you know, one day Philip Burnell is not going to be there anymore. He's going to need to find somebody else to quote unquote find fascinating and watch.
Who else? I mean, there's also what's his name? I remember Rich complaining about the corridoring before.
Yeah, Mr. Quarter Pounder. That's what I call him, Quarter Pounder. The Quarter Pounder.
Quarter Pounder.
Yeah, the quarter. He is a pretty big guy. I got an impression of him.
I remember this one stream where Rich was, like, it was back when, like, Jeremy said something about his kids, I think.
Oh God, yeah, that was crazy. But
yeah, and recently, I wanted to say this, like, Rich was complaining about someone that said something about his kid. Let me see if I can bring it up.
Yeah, I know at one point he loves to find whatever he can to attack somebody, and it kind of irritates me that he can't find something better to attack than a hobby. So if he thinks somebody's into anime, he talks shit about the anime and whatnot. If they're giving him a hard time, I'm like, dude, I watch anime. Why are you being a shithead? Like,
I mean, he likes anime too.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. He watched Elfen Lied.
He told me he didn't. He said he didn't like anime. He said many times it's just not for him.
I understand he doesn't like modern anime, but he watched one from like the early 2000s called Elfen Lied, and he really liked that one because it had gothic music, I think, which kind of reminded him of like
Castlevania.
What's it called?
Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania.
Yeah.
Like very churchy Catholic music.
Gothic.
Very beautiful music too. Very interesting show also. Very dark.
Otherwise, he's not that big of a fan of anime, and he will talk shit about it. They had when him and Jay were doing that locale tech talk. They had people come on that were not. The people that came on weren't being vicious or anything. They weren't calling them out. They weren't acting like shit. But because there was anime in the background, they started making horrible jokes about, yeah, where's the body in the basement, shit like that. I'm like, that's the kind of shit I got for being a gamer growing up in the 80s and 90s. And I had flashbacks, and I got onto him about it. I'm like, you got to stop going off on people because of their hobbies. That's bullshit. And I don't think he understood or got the point. I don't think he got it. It's like, there's other ways to attack a person who's being shitty without attacking a hobby. You know? Because that is hell, I could sit here and talk about, he loves hip-hop. I could sit here and talk shit about hip-hop. But I don't. I don't, though. It's like, it's just not for me. If you don't like something, it's as simple as going, hey, that's just not for me. It's not my cup of tea. I don't really care that much for hip-hop. I used to listen to hip-hop in the 80s or early 90s. It was okay then. I can still go back and listen to Tone Loc, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Humpty, Run DMC. I can still listen to all of them, but I can't listen to a lot of stuff after that. It just, a lot of modern stuff just doesn't sound good to me. I just don't care.
Do you like Eminem?
Sometimes. Just depends on the song.
Yeah.
I like his less serious shit. I don't like the serious shit he does. So like the last song he did, I thought was pretty good. It
Did you
wasn't real
like Rap
serious.
God?
It was all right, yeah. Like I said, it's just I don't like his serious shit. Remember back when he would sit there and he would have this thing where he would just sit there and I know at one point he was like, you don't want her to see what I'm about to do to you and all that stuff when back then, you know what I'm talking about when he was just making this really dark shit.
Mhm.
I don't like that.
Wait, what do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? He's done some really dark shit. He's done some music that was really dark. Like it was very, very,
Oh,
very dark as in very, serious and very disturbing. Like I said, there was this one where he was just on like a rant. And at one point he was like, you don't want her to see what I'm going to do to you and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about?
mm,
I don't know if you know what songs I'm talking about. This was
yeah.
back in like the early 2000s and
Uh,
whatnot.
I don't really. I just started listening to him. I don't really
Oh,
remember.
well, I've listened to him off and on for years. And yeah, at one point he did some very dark, very serious, very disturbing stuff. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't care for that. I care for the upbeat. I like the upbeat, fun stuff that he's done. You
Yeah.
know, when he's not taking things so seriously. I like that. And I like this last album he did. I like what he did last. I like the Abra, Abra, Cadabra. Gonna reach in my bag, bruh. My bag, bruh. Which is itself, he took from an actual
Hello.
yeah, you kind of dipped out for a moment there. What in
Sorry.
the world? Yeah, you keep dipping out
Yeah.
like your camera froze up and then all of a sudden I don't hear you.
Oh. Oh. I gotta remember that. Yeah, cause yeah, I opened up OBS because I want to record something.
Yeah, all of a sudden everything froze. But yeah, like I like that. It's actually like he what is it? He sampled another song that was like Abra Abracadabra Abra Abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab ya. That was the original one. It was an 80s song. It's an 80s song. But he sampled that one to come up with the last song he made, or that one song he made.
Mm.
Yeah. And you'll notice a lot of parallels in the music video for that song that
Mhm.
paralleled one of his older songs because it was like, guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Yeah. So
Oh, give me a sec. I want to disconnect. I mean, I'll still be here. I just need to disconnect my webcam.
I
By the
might.
way, the dude on my profile picture on Discord
Yeah, who is that?
is uh I forget his name, but Rich calls him uh Hot Guy or Mr. Hotman. I forget.
I have no idea who that is. He looks like he's taking a shit and really excited about it.
It was
He
it was
does.
this it was this guy. He was on the Whatever podcast. He had a blue suit on, and he had a like he has hair plugs, and
No idea, man. No idea.
oh, he was saying that people get divorced people get divorced just about anything, and that
Oh,
abuse is not a big deal.
abuse isn't a.
Yeah,
Well, I already know I don't care to see anything from him.
yeah.
No, thank you. He's an asshole. He's a piece of crap. I don't like him, and I don't like Jordan Peterson.
Mm.
The only good thing out of Jordan Peterson is
Breasts. Breasts. Breasts.
that's the only good thing out of him.
Breasts.
I mean, I like
Breasts.
Jordan Peterson when he was just like recording his lectures at college, at his college.
Yeah.
Who wow?
His lectures back then were pretty good.
Who wow?
Ocean water.
I want to get this.
Look here. Listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna come.
Big taints.
Big teams.
Big Tates.
And now I'm gonna masturbate. And now I'm gonna
Oh, no, 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 no,
masturbate.
no.
And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Oh yeah, and he's got. I gotta get that one now too. I gotta get that one. Jesus, I wish I could add more to this little
I think, yeah.
digital
I think there's
soundboard.
also one that goes like something like that.
I have no idea. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got four fill ones here. I've got
Shut the fuck up when I'm talking, you stupid anime bitch.
shut the fuck up when I'm talking, you stupid anime bitch.
Oh, the camera's
Oh,
on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
I gotta take the snort out of that though. I need to put that on its own.
You are a fucking
Oh, do you have any of them
goofy,
sorted?
dirty liar.
Yeah, I've got all the stuff for him sorted like right across. And then under him, I've got like 3 boogies. Above him, I've got 3 Wings of Redemptions and 1 movie clip
Can you fly, Bobby?
from
Oh wait, hold on.
it's from
I'm
RoboCop.
going to turn up my audio for a bit. It's gonna sound pretty bad.
Yeah, I actually need to go because it's just after 10. My brother will be getting up for work soon, and I gotta eat something. I'm starving.
Okay, do you hear that?
What am I hearing?
Are you there?
I'm here.
I can't wait.
Hello. Hello. Hola.
Hey, I'm still here. Do you hear this?
Yeah, I hear the ding.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a few sound clips. I haven't soundbited them yet. Let me see if I still have them. Yeah, I still have them. I just don't remember what they are. Oh, here we go. Oh, but they're not named. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's gonna come up.
Whoa, what the hell? What was that? I heard like a bit of it went, oh.
You're a pussy, because I'm gonna legally fuck you up in there.
Oh, damn.
You're a pussy, because I'm gonna legally fuck you up in there.
That's from Rich. I got like 3 from Rich.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. And this is why I am fucking done.
The hell was that?
Porn. I've seen that. I know what that's from. Okay. Yeah, your microphone has a thing where it kind of cuts certain things out.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't play everything. Like you talking, it plays, but anything in the background just kind of is in and out.
oh, okay. Yeah, it's how my microphone is.
Yeah, that's why I have this 5 Fine right here. Man, this 5 Fine picks up everything, really. Pussy. What?
Yep.
Pussy.
Pussy.
Pussy. What's he calling a pussy?
You're a pussy, because I'm gonna legally fuck you up in there.
I need to.
This one I went to.
Ocean water. Ocean water.
And now I'm gonna masturbate. And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Oh.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah. I was trying to tell you I need to go. I need to close the stream. I'm starving. My brother's fixing to be up to get ready for work shortly. So I gotta get off here and tend to stuff. I'm starving.
Wait, you go to work?
No, my brother. My brother has to
okay.
get up to go to work soon. My
Oh,
brother's got to go to work, and I need to go eat something. So I need to get off here because I've been streaming now for almost 4 hours. Almost 4 hours, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good night, man.
You too. Have a good one. And I am going to end the stream. Thank you for people who were hanging out and watching. I really appreciate it. It's very kind. You didn't have to, but you did, and that's really great. Thank you. I gotta go though, because I'm a tired. I'm tired and I'm a hungry bastard. Well, I'm not really a bastard. My mom was married when she had me, but you know what I mean. I'm a hungry bitch. I am an absolute hungry bitch, and I want to make food. So I'm gonna go. Good night. I'm out.